Welcome to South Florida.
When you on the field, is it pregame? Like, is it ever? I don't care what stars they give you. You're a 5-star. You've been a 5-star. I see much part there. Listen, man. University of Miami fans want to know one thing: does University of Miami have a chance to get James Williams?
Definitely do have a chance.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida.
When you on the field, is it pregame? Like, is it ever? Are you ever afraid? Does you ever feel fear, or do you ever feel pressure?
Nervous.
You ever feel pressure?
Not one bit.
None of that.
No.
Who's been your tough defender? Like, who's guarded you the tough?
Yeah, who's the toughest person to play?
I don't see nobody.
I knew this.
Nobody.
He was gonna give it the damn hood.
That's what I'm for. I'm a playmaker. I love receiving. I love to catch the ball. I love to go over people's head.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I just gotta do what I do.
University of Miami, they land you, and then they land the number one. We call him football player, number one player in the nation, James Williams.
Yeah.
Both playing the same position, right? How do you envision that working? Are they telling you how that's gonna work, or?
Well, I feel like me and James two different safeties.
Uh-huh.
And I'm more of the ball hogging safety. He's more of the rangy playing, like you playing, say, like in the box, like a striker position, strong safety.
Right.
And I'm more of the free safety. So I already know in practice that's gonna just build great competition. And when the game comes, it's gonna be easy.
That's what's
Because
up.
I know we go hand in hand because it's like we're the same person.
Right.
So he has like his strengths and weaknesses, and I have my strengths and weaknesses. And we're gonna he can feed off of me, learn how to, I guess, be more of the free safety, then I can learn off of him, be more of like a closer to the box safety.
Right.
So I feel like we're just gonna make each other better.
Yeah, James played free safety. He wanted to play free safety, and he was big on that. But James don't never be back at free safety. James be close to the line, the linebacker sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that's
just him helping his team win.
That's his chess. Yeah, that's it. That's him playing chess with the team. I told him, kid. I covered James since he was that big, bro. I've known him all his life.
I just feel like every time it's just man on man. If he wins the battle, then that goes to play. He doesn't break on the run, or if this person like doesn't take that step, or certain things. I feel like you beat your man every play, then you got the best chance to stop any team, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-star. Lean loyalty. 6'12", 276 pounds.
Yeah. After that, I just started going crazy. Tackles after tackle.
Yeah, the first play was like a tackle for loss, like 6.
Yeah.
Dog, they didn't touch you. Like,
Yeah, like they did.
Explain to me, dog. Like, what is that about? Like, how do they not? You 6'5", 300 pounds. Is it something? Is it a swim move? Is something you do? Like, they don't see you? You're teleporting? What's going on?
I'm too fast for long.
They don't realize you that fast when the game starts. Like,
I'm gonna be the best player on the field. Like, I just gotta show the world. Like, I'm the true 50. I'm the next 56 up. The next. I'm gonna just go crazy this year. Like, show people like, wow, at 56. Like, show them like I want to take care of my mom. I want to put in a big house, stupid cars, big pool in the backyard. Put on for my brothers, my nieces and nephews, like coaches. I think all of them boys for like having me here at this like position that I'm in now, cause like it took hard work and dedication. Without all of them to guide me in the right path, I wouldn't be here today. So I think all of them for like helping me out. Like, yeah.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what? Big time players step up in big game. All the criticizing, all that, it's over, baby. Big time players step up in big game.
becoming a member. If somebody you've seen the villains and remembers and they know what they were talking about, basically it's a YouTube membership where you can become a villain. Eventually we'll have it all in one place, but right now it's on YouTube. You can become a football villain and be a part of our private group me, where basically it's all night talking about football. But what you get is you get access to the videos first. You get access to our perspective, our insight, our connections, and basically premium information that we get, that we find, that we come up through the connections and things that we have that was grassrooted. And this is for the fan that wants more, that needs more information. So become a football villain, man. Join and hit the member button down there, the join button, and become a member. YouTube has it on sale. They'll give you half off the first month, and get more access to the Canes and preview to more information about recruiting, about inside info that we don't really say to everybody. Come check it out, bro. You can always cancel, but you won't. Football villains, man.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. The bottom of the clip, but the gunshine stay high. What them boys still voting in that way. Big play, get it for the 18 if you straight. Get K and stop hating, it's the motto of the state. A lot of face, but it's still real around here. That foreign talk, that can get you killed down here. Niggas better learn the lingo, cause they'll be looking for you in that water finding Nemo. See, Palm Beach County be the craziest. Them Broward County niggas be the craziest. And them Dade County niggas be the wildest. Shout out to Belle Glaze and my niggas at Fort Myers. Salute to all my Florida boys out here on the grind. When niggas out here getting dough with that snow and the sunshine. Ducking nine, waiting at the port to bring in that order. Cause niggas like the depend on what come across that water. Welcome to South. I was born in the South.
Footballville private group me that we have. I think we had 200 people now. Shout out to the members, 200 members, 230 members on YouTube and counting. But in our group me, man, we have some things happening in there. That the other day we had Philip Buchanan in there. We got a couple parents in there. One is we got Cam Kitchens' dad, Marvin Chapman in there. Cam Kitchens has been playing like a leader. Also made a few sophomore mistakes. He owned up to them. Leads the ACC in interceptions. This is no surprise to us here at Footballville. We talked about this for years. They land you, and then they land the number one. We call him Footballville number one player in the nation, James Williams.
Yeah.
Both playing the same position, right? How do you envision that working? Are they telling you how that's gonna work, or? What's good, man? What's good, man? I'm D. We about to talk about everything from Bitcoin to ball. First thing first, 786-405-9499. First thing first, 786-405-9499. If you want to get down with IOD Squad, market jumped a bit today, though. Market jumped a bit today. Made some money. Had to be some money being made. Made some money in IOD. Everybody that got into play, market jumped a little bit today now. So if you was in it, you had to be in it to win it. I'm gonna show you the gains in IOD. Hold up, one second. You had to be in it to win it. You got to be in it to win it for days like this. Man. What's going on, man? Y'all having a good, what today? It's Tuesday, man? I'm going to take y'all into the Discord. So we was in the Discord again last night. We gave an update on Keyshawn Smith and what's going on with that. But yeah, this is the Discord games. Everybody has access to the games. Even the ones, shout out to everybody who got in on the Discord. Everybody has access to the games. What they don't have access to is all the other stuff, the crypto talk, the Castle of Grayskull, where all the plays, where all the plays are. But these are the games. Poster games today. Today was a good day, man. This is at the top. That's Forex. We're gonna bring Forex to the crypto spot. That's Forex right there. I did that this weekend. It's 100. Everything in blue is $183. 80% right here. 80% was $187. Then we had somebody go 9%. And my dog Kappa, $15,900 today at 9% on XPS. All he did was move. You see, I put right here 9%. Nice move. All he did was move 9%. That's because he's trading a lot of money, so he doesn't have to move as fast. Oh, I didn't even put the other gains up here, huh? I think I did like I made like $300. I don't know, $300 this early this morning, first thing this morning. I think it went from $100 to $300, $400. I didn't post that in here though. So yeah, man, today was a good day in the market, man. Crypto jumped up $1 billion. Crypto jumped up. Probably still running. I don't know. Tech stocks had the good earnings, and then crypto stocks started running. I think Bitcoin broke 20,000 again, which it probably will fall again. I don't know. It's a nice little run. Bitcoin broke 20,400. So it's a good day in the market, man. I'm gonna bring my boys. I got my boys in the back in here, man. But this is real fast. This is the Discord. Like, you guys who come in the Discord and we talk about football, we get over there so we can hide out. What you guys don't have is the crypto. Like, these are the section you don't have. Castle of Grayskull, the stock section. Anything with a little lock on it is what you don't have, but you can. I think y'all got like 7-day passes to roam around. But the paying ones got full access to the Discord. So that is what it is. Get that off the screen because I wanted to ask y'all something. I'm gonna bring my boys in. I'm gonna bring my homeboys in here. My homies. I'm dating myself. I'm talking about homies. I'm gonna bring them in. I'm gonna ask a question because I'm gonna bring Rich and Kyle in here. Let's see. And I'm gonna pin that link at the top of the comment section for y'all. I can't hear Rich and Kyle without headphones. Kyle, Rich.
Yo.
What's going on? I got a question. When Cam Kitchen said this, right? Y'all remember the first time that I heard him say this? For years, they land you, and then they land the number one. We call him football player, number one player in the nation, James Williams. Yeah. Both playing the same position, right? How do you envision that working? Are they telling you how that's gonna work, or?
Well, I feel like me and James two different safeties. And I'm more of the ball hogging safety. He's more of the rangy playing, like you couldn't say like in the box, but like a striker position, strong safety. Right. And I'm more with the free safety. So I already know in practice that's gonna just build great competition. And when the game comes, it's gonna be easy.
That's what's up. When Cam said that, yeah, the first time y'all heard that, what were you thinking, Rich? The first time Cam, this is Cam, James, number one safety in the nation. Cam was underrated. What were you thinking when he said that?
Rich, I don't know if Rich can hear you. Rich.
He talking. Rich, are you muted? He talking, but I can't hear him. We can't hear you. What were you thinking, Kyle? I'm gonna let Rich get it together. Stop! I said, Nabule. Nabule, stop! I said.
Nah, what was I thinking? I like Cam's answer, and you know what I'm saying. I just like the answer he gave, and I was just like, oh, he seemed like he was confident. You know what I'm saying? So I just had a vision of both of them being back there. You know, like he was saying, it wasn't no sweat for him.
Right, he did. He said it like, I don't care what he's ranked. We'll be on the field together. That's how he said it. Yeah, he said it with a lot of confidence. Rich, say something. Let me see if we can hear you, Rich.
Yo, could you hear me now?
Yep.
All right.
When you first heard in the comment section, let us know. Comment section. When y'all first, and Rich, you let us know. When you heard Cam say that, right? Now think back that Cam was the underrated guy from Northwestern, you know what I'm saying? That we were getting quiet. When he said that, what were you thinking?
I mean, I watched him play. So I was completely confident in what he was saying because ever since I saw him in the 7-on-7 tournaments and the way that he was just attracted to the ball. I mean, he's always been a ball hawk. I said he thinks he reminds me of Ed Reed. So I always thought he was underrated, in my opinion.
Right. Let's see some of these comments. I thought the assessment was on point for real. Double up these assets. The boys talking about investing. The boys say these two games been great in the market. They have. You was in anything today, Kyle?
Yeah, I was waiting on. I missed a good play. I missed Mullen. I was supposed to get in that. They was in Mullen from last week for 30 cents. That bid went ran 100%. It might run again tomorrow. Might get back. Might jump in it.
It ran.
But I was in something I was holding. It ran 100%. It ran from 30 cents to like 60 something cents.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
The market went
kind of crazy. I think that's automotive. Yeah, I know. I was like, dang.
It's just one of them days, man. Like you got to be in it to win it. And yeah, if you ain't in it, yeah, you dead. You're dead in the water. Let me see. Today we got to speak to who? Wesley, Kobe Young. I got that late. I ain't gonna get to speak to Kobe Young. Let's speak to Wesley, Mallory. So Mallory, tell me what's the difference between Tyler Van Dyke and Jake? And I don't know what Mallory answered. He answered. He did not answer my question. He just said some gibberish. He did not answer my question. No, he did not answer my question, dog. At all.
He's smart man.
Yeah, he gave that professional
smart
answer.
Man.
You know, we like all our guys at UM. Both quarterbacks play very well.
What I was told Street, I'd have said both teams played hard, my man.
The John Madden answer.
Streety, you do one-on-one? Yeah, I got a one-on-one class tomorrow, actually. Second class for somebody. I did one-on-ones with Kyle and Rich at least once. At least once.
A couple of times. The only reason we stopped was because I had picked up this second job.
Oh, yeah, and that's when he was working 28 hours a day. I don't even know where he was finding the other 8 hours. He was doubling up. Yeah, so
I gotta get on them again, the one-on-ones.
Nah, we got it.
Yeah, me too.
I got all.
Yeah, I learned a lot though. Just for everybody to know, because they asking. I learned a lot. And that's why and it was a really short time. We didn't really get down to it.
Right.
I got the baseline and the basics, man, and I'm cool. Like I'm comfortable enough to day trade on my own. You know what I'm saying? But Streeter don't day trade, but I can thank Streeter. I owe Streeter for helping me be able to not have training wheels while I day trade.
Right. It's simple concept. So Lewis Casey, man, just text 786-405-9499. Let me see, 35-226. There was nothing to think about, to be real. Cam was right. Cam is more Earl Thomas, and James is more of the box safety like Cam Chancellor. But 305, then did you know how good Cam was? I mean, you 305, you probably from here. Maybe a lot of people didn't really know how good Cam was. He was kind of the quiet guy, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. His recruitment was kind of quiet, you ask me. Shout out to Cox Kane with the $10, says hit the like Canes, help the Ville family out. Last night we was on we got in the IOD again and talked about some updates on Keyshawn Smith situation, and we also talked about somebody in there had the same view my view on TVD, right? What else? Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Who was that had the same view on TVD? Who thought the same thing that I've been
The
saying?
dude from Canada. He said it in an unsure way,
Right.
but we answered him like, "Yeah, bro, you on point. Go ahead, open your eyes and say what you got to say." But yeah, it was him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, the one who said he kind of like barely found his way in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What else we talked about last night in there?
Oh man, I ain't even lie, man. I was on the edible last night. I can't remember, but it was like K5. I am, bro. I ain't know we was doing IOD at that time, bro. But it was K5 stuff. It was a bunch of generals. We talked, and if it wasn't so late, we probably would have still been on. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
We talked.
So in the group me today, right? We got on Gaddis again. It seems like we get on Gaddis every day. If I had to take a guess, man, I don't know if Gaddis wants to be here. Now he hasn't told me anything like that. I'm just guessing. I think talking to these coaches more and more often, man. I mean, I realize that people come from different places and see football different. Their beliefs are different. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't want to adjust or you think football is one thing and we think football is one thing, and yeah, I'm not even sure he would be here whether Mario fire him or whether he leave. But my question is this. We had Donaforio suck. And he was here for 4 years, right? Because I heard y'all bring up Donaforio like compared to two. Josh Gaddis is in 6 games, right? Somebody put up the points, and he's averaging less points than any. Who would they put up? Like Mark Rick, all of like as 4 offensive coordinators, they're averaging like 19 points, right? Less than like the last 4 offensive coordinators the University of Miami had. But that's picking and choosing stats, right? You know what I'm saying? You get the stat that looks bad and you put it in the Discord. Who did? I mean, put it in the group. Who did that?
You won.
They probably got more first downs than the last 3 regimes together. You know what I'm saying? And they probably have more yards. We saw that they had more yards than many. Now, points is what counts. I agree. But it doesn't tell the story, right, Cal?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Nah.
Because you look at Duke put up 45 on us, and what you say, what the fuck the defense was doing? Bro, no, that ain't on that wasn't even on the defense.
Right. So, but my question to y'all in the comment section, and you, Rich and Kyle, have we seen enough to say Gaddis got to go? Is he Enos?
No. Hell no.
Nah.
Man, no.
I've been told about at least 3 people he worse than Enos.
You should have slapped all 3 of them.
Yeah, that don't make no sense. See, it's a different issue too. Enos was like he ostracized himself from the players completely. Yeah. That's way different. He just didn't. He was not a culture fit. Ostracized himself from the players. And then on top of that, just wasn't a great play caller, right? Way different than Gaddis. Gaddis, whatever he's doing, the head brass seems to like what he's doing. Seems to like the play, the play designs that he has. So what it boils down to is teaching that, and then, the kids actually executing what it is that they're trying to draw up.
Right. So not close to Enos, Cal. He's not close to Enos.
Not even close. Like Rich said, Enos was forget all the other stuff. Enos was a bad play caller. He had a good playbook. He had some good plays in his play. We had some great formation. He was a bad play caller, meaning he don't know what play to be. He don't know when to call what play. Like this man to run a reverse at the goal line with Reverend Jordan, like stuff like that. Like, bro, different ball game.
I've been told a few people told me that Gaddis is worse than Enos, and I mean I'm just saying what they're saying. I mean but it's been 6 games, right? And we've seen enough to like fight Art Bros award winner and say screw y'all and y'all award? Y'all ain't know what y'all was talking about?
Nah.
Right?
Nope.
It's just kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's how I kind of look at that. And I think if Mario started playing musical chairs with coordinators, now here we go. Here we go again.
Back to where we started. Yeah.
Right. Here we go again. Send ourselves right back again. So in the comment section, have y'all seen enough? Because I know there's a few people in the group me that feel they have. Enos was rubbing people wrong at, Say it again.
They just emotional. I keep saying it.
Enos was rubbing people wrong at the high schools. Enos would walk in the press conference looking like he got to go take a crap, and he didn't want to do it before the press conference.
Right. I agree.
I didn't understand this man. This man was always uptight. Like, who interviewed this man, man? That was.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in the comment section saying, "Hell no." I don't remember how bad Enos was. I just remember it was bad. Who was this quarterback?
Gaddis is just frustrated that he's losing, and that's kind of what you want. You don't want somebody who's complacent and just sitting there and they're like, "Hey, we losing. What can we do about it?" You know, you don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
his QB was the whole Jerry Williams thing.
Perry. That was. Oh boy, that was Enos.
Perry and Jerry.
When they chose Jaron Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Nah.
And could it, you know, when you start thinking about Jaron Williams and N'Kosi Perry, I remember when we had those two guys, you had to almost run the offense differently when you put both of them in. Because N'Kosi came from a spread offense in high school, and that's kind of what he thrived in. When you even look at him now at FAU, he kind of thrives in a spread offense. And when you look at Jaron is a little bit more pro style, and both of them were not the best mobile quarterbacks in the world, but I would say that N'Kosi Perry was a little bit more fast twitch, just a little bit, whereas Jaron was a little bit more, more of a bigger body, can kind of drag tacklers along and that sort of thing. So we have the same situation going on. You had Lashley, TVD fit Lashley's offense very well. Spread, hurry up, let him throw the ball to his favorite receiver. Or just do it that way. No reads. You got your one guy that you're throwing to. If he ain't open, just throw it away. Right. This offense is not that at all. We almost have to dumb it down to make it that, because when we look at those mesh concepts typically, like if you look at what Gaddis was doing at Michigan, you had multiple guys who were responsible for getting open. Whereas now with our mesh concepts, you got one target. Really, like if you look at it, it's just one target, and there's a reason for that.
Right.
So, I think with Jake, maybe you see a little bit more wrinkles out of the offense. That's what I hope, but we'll see.
You hope we see a little more. Go ahead.
Street, yeah. For those people, I'm sorry, Rich. I'm gonna be real quick, but for those people that are telling you he's as bad as Enos, ask them simply at what point in Enos' tenure, whatever stretch, did you say, "Oh, okay, this is getting better"? Because I'm pretty sure you could look at Gaddis' stretch already and say, "Okay, this is getting better."
Right. Enos never got better. It was just bad across the board.
It started out decent and then it went down.
FIU.
It went downhill.
Enos was FIU.
Ask FIU if he got better. Yeah, ask FIU if he got better.
That's messed up, though. Only name I remember tied to FIU is Manny. It was Enos, and who was the DC? Baker?
And I want to say this real quick. E1K,
Yeah, that was Baker.
go
Yeah,
look
that was
at
Baker.
Coach Hayes' film and look at the pass to Mallory, right? And then also look at the TD pass that TVD threw in the back of the end zone to Kobe Young. The mesh concept is not supposed to be one open guy. It's not supposed to be that. However, the way that it's done because of who we have as personnel at quarterback, it becomes a one person concept, because when you have several receivers going the opposite direction and halfway look like they're blocking, and then you have one tight end going the other way, going right, and your eyes is focused on that one person going right, you're keying in on one receiver. So
Right, what was E1 saying? Where we at?
I don't know. I think E1 is. I guess he's against Gaddis. I guess
He is against Gaddis.
And compare that to Texas A&M.
E1, you seen enough? Y'all saw what what's the name said about Texas A&M? Mike Leach.
Nah, what did he say?
What did he say?
Ask Mike Leach why he's had so much success versus Texas A&M. Leach, not really sure. I've not really had to do much. They always line up in 3-man fronts and also give away what they're going to do. So truthfully, they have just handed it to me time and time again.
Oh, damn.
He said something about Alabama too. Are these quotes real? Like, he said something about we had that one in the group meeting, one about Alabama.
I saw that one.
This conversation, people talking about this. Let's take a listen to this conversation. Some people saying this is a cool conversation they had on it was on ESPN on Twitter today. Let's see.
For a defensive lineman, how is that different on first and second down now than when I'm in the shotgun?
First of all, play action is available, and it's the toughest thing to defend. And as a defensive lineman, you have more of your playbook at your disposal under center than you do in the shotgun.
Sure.
Right? Like, the way we go into a meeting during the week is we have personnel groupings. We have a certain set number of plays that they run out of that personnel grouping.
Yeah.
They have a tendency slide where your tendencies are on first and second down. When you're under center, everything is available to you. You got zone stretch game, you got play action game, you got screen game, toss. So as a defensive lineman, and RC, I know you're going to get to the back end. As a defensive lineman, you now have uncondensed your ability to run whatever you want to run.
I've opened up the barrel.
When you get in shotgun, it's only a few things they do.
Yeah.
Look at the back depth. It's the back on the side of it. And even in protection, I tell y'all this all the time.
Where did that cheesy ass music come from? You see how they do? You see mainstream media? That was fucking horrible. What was that? I thought something else was playing. I'm looking around like, what the fuck is that? Brought an elevator in here or something. Man, what was
Cheese
that?
and cracker music.
Time. When the back is set away, usually in shotgun, we know what the protection is.
So I used to always have these conversations with offensive linemen, and when we were in under center in comparison to in the gun, they would always say that their ability to sell the run was so much more realistic because they could just fire off the football more. The ability for a quarterback, like when I'm under center and I'm running play action, for people at home, like when I take the snap, I literally get the high idea whether I'm actually handing it off or not. Where in the gun, it's just catch and I flash the ball. You guys all still see the football on defense,
Well, it's not necessarily even about what we see. It's about what we can anticipate. And Marcus mentioned how the playbook is so condensed. Once you guys are in shotgun, it also allows me to relax. It also allows me not to react to every single thing. When you're under center, you have so much you can do and so much looks the same.
Yeah.
Right. As far as like just sticking the ball out there, I can be late. I'm not rushing to the
Is that
run.
different in the gun for
Yeah,
you?
but I'm not rushing to the run because I'm like, oh, you're going to get 4 yards on the run? I don't care. I'll react late. I'll put a cap on the defense. I'll give us another blade of grass to defend. But when you do have the stretch runner available, when you do have ISO, when you do have zone, now we are triggering as cover 2 corners. We are triggering as down safeties, and all of those things change what you can do. The other thing is this. The amount of play action you can do and the type of play action opens up the route tree. Right. When we're getting a straight drop back from the shotgun, things have to happen quicker. So much opens up when you turn around. You have an opportunity to elongate the play and also your time in the pocket.
So Mina Kimes is joining us today on an off day.
Mina!
This is such an important conversation, and
I knew you wasn't gonna be able to stay away.
This literally is something that we love on this show. Mina, I want to know specifically, as you hear the trends that Dan's pointing out and the numbers that back it up, is there a team that needs to exploit this?
Yeah, I think everything you just described, all three of you, explains perfectly why the Bengals offense has struggled this season, especially in the beginning of the season. It comes down to a couple things. They can't run the ball well, and when they're in the gun, defenses have known Joe Burrow is going to pass it, so they're facing a lot of too high looks, which, as Dan said, limits what you can do on offense. Something that I've been tracking with the Bengals, paying attention to, is that percentage, the amount of times he's in the gun and how it's evolving over the season. So I actually went back and checked. In week 1, Joe Burrow was under center only 3.8% of the time. Week 2, 16.7. Week 3, 22.8. Week 4, 25.8. It is going up exactly because of what you described, which is they recognize the run game and the pass game need to look more like each other so we can get some of those tasty single high looks. That's how you get those go balls to Jamar Chase coming back in this offense.
This is why I love this. That's why I mean, what an absolute stat.
Self-scouting, right? They're self-scouting. They see what we see.
Yeah, I want to ask you this. So if I'm an offense and I come out and I break the huddle, no matter my personnel, right? And I'm under center versus in the gun. Like if I'm in the gun, you know, offenses, we have these check with me's, right? Where you hear alert, or, you know, because I'm looking into the defense and going, what are they doing? I want to get us into a better play. You guys, if I come out and shotgun defensively, do you guys have moments where you have check with me's where, hey, we're in the gun, we're going to check to a certain defense?
Well, it's not necessarily that you check to a certain defense. It's the way that you now play the defense that is called. Now, you get your check with me's if you go spread, right? You guys get into empty because we understand how you can exploit certain defenses. But when you're in shotgun, now the play changes. If I'm Marcus Spears and I'm in shotgun, what I'm going to tell Marcus is you tackle the run on the way to the quarterback.
Absolutely.
Right? Whereas if you're under center, much like Mina is saying, that looks alike. You are essentially blocking me as I'm figuring out if it's run or pass. Whereas if you're in shotgun, I'm off the ball, I'm attacking you. Whereas if I'm coming down the line here in a zone or something like that, now the defensive linemen have to play the run. The linebackers have to play the run.
Did you ever read guys' stances, like offensive lineman stances, gun to under?
Absolutely, and they change because
it's cool.
The one dynamic.
I'm finished watching that. It is good, about 9 minutes long. It's a cool conversation.
That is.
Yeah, no, it is. It's something I never thought about. But I guess there you go. We're talking about pass, and then run game. Suffering, but I didn't know. I guess I never thought about it. I never thought about the fact that if you're in the gun, it looks less unthreatening than being under center. Under center, everything looks the same.
Right. The biggest thing is the route tree out of when you're under center. So one thing that we've always heard is that you have guys who don't know the complete route tree coming out of college. I know that was a problem a couple years ago when a lot of teams started going to shotgun more. I also think that your team is a lot more physical when you are under center. So, yeah, but go ahead. I don't want to.
Cal, y'all heard that lady just talking, right? Mina, what her name? Mina Kimes. Jay White said she has her earpiece in her ear. They telling her what to say, guys. I'm gonna go first. Listen, Jay, I remember when I used to rap, right? I can hear somebody rapping, and I can know if they're rapping something they written, and I know if they can rap and they freestyle off top of their head. Because every time they freestyle, 80% of the people sound like clowns. You know what I'm saying? If you think somebody was telling her to say that, Jay, then her brain is more impressive than I thought it was. It's more impressive than I thought it was. If she's able to spit it out like that. That's her talking, dog. That ain't no prompt coming in your ear. You know what I'm saying?
She know her stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the only way they could do that is they put their hands up her ass and like a Muppet or something. You know, like, yeah, because you can tell she's comfortable and she knows what she's talking about.
But they also study and prepare and rehearse, just like they're gonna stand in front of people and talk.
Now I'll tell you that somebody could have brought it to her, because we have Vic in here sometimes. Vic worked at ESPN. Now they could have brought it to her and told her, study this. But the way she talks about it, right? Because I remember I started talking about basketball one day, and Tim Haggerty was like, "Damn, Street, damn." Tim Haggerty popped up as soon as I said his name, huh? He said, "Damn, Street, you sound like a natural talking about basketball," because that's what I played all my life. You can't fake that. You know what I'm saying? You can't really fake it.
I'm sure somebody brings her the information. They have stat people and all those things, but she puts it together. She has the information, but it's up to her to diagnose what it is, put it together, and say what she, is gonna say. Not as far as formulating her sentences properly, but just like equating it to, oh, this is why this team is doing this, and this is why this one is struggling. Whoop, whoop, whoop. She know her shit. She put all that together herself. Somebody just probably brought her the stats and numbers.
Somebody
and
bring
shit.
her the information, right? Because Vic, who used to be in here, that's what Vic did. That's why he used to always give me the stats. Vic is the one gave me the Manny question. He loves stats. It's people. There's people out here for everything, bro. He loves stats. Let me see. I'm gonna see if we can get him in here. He probably know me in the times. Let's see if we can get him in here.
Vic out in California, right?
Yeah. He's in the group. He the one. He went to UCLA with Jalen Phillips. He said Jalen Phillips was done. Jalen Phillips was rapping. He was done with football. That was his homeboy. Now he killing it. His son dog say Vic got Manny fired. He damn sure did. No, I was laying in bed one night and I thought about the research that went into that question that I asked Manny, because I just thought, if you actually think about what the research that had to go into it, yeah, Manny motherfucking ass ain't know the answer to that.
But I used to say that all the time without even knowing the numbers. That's why I was so happy you brought the numbers. I didn't have to I didn't even have to think about it. I knew it. I knew we out recruited. What I didn't know was I didn't know how close we was to Clemson. That kind of surprised me.
The draft picks, right?
But that kind of surprised me. But the rest of it, I knew without numbers, without research. But I'm just glad he got the numbers because it just shows just how dominant it was.
Go ahead, Rich.
I was going to mention that's all done with data visualization or big data, if you will. So taking a whole bunch of stuff from different from different sources, and then having a way to squeeze out what it is that you're trying to accomplish. So whatever question you're trying to get answered, you could basically take data from like ESPN.com, from wherever, websites, Excel spreadsheets, and then you narrow it down to the specific thing that you want, and then you can compare it. It's a really neat skill, and the people who do that, there's money to be made in it too. So
yeah. See, I used to always say, my logic was telling me we out recruit everybody. We out recruit everybody in the ACC except Clemson and maybe Florida State when they up. My logic was telling me that. You know what I'm saying? when he then I started just saying the Coastal. When the sorry we got, the worst we got. Then I just started saying, hey, listen, man, we out recruit everybody in the Coastal for sure, because I thought I had to break it down for people to make them understand what I was saying. When it came back that we're number one in the Coastal for 15 years in recruiting. either 247 and Rivals rankings are just shit. You know what I'm saying? But that made no sense that we had only won it 1.5 times. How many times we won it?
One. Right?
Just once.
Pathetic. It's fucking pathetic.
It was once. And wasn't it twice, and then the second time we didn't go or something?
If it was twice, then yeah, I think you might be right. The second time we didn't go, or we tied with somebody or some shit like that.
Right.
Somebody in the comments. Where's Don at? Somebody know.
And last year we beat Pitt last year, so we were 1 win away from going again last year, or winning the Coastal again.
Last year we were close.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were in that shit till like till the end. We needed some help at the end, but we were in that shit till like the last 3 or 4 games, right, Rich?
Yeah. I think had we beaten Virginia or North Carolina, we would have been in there.
Yeah, either one of those, yeah, we would have been in there.
We got blowed out by North Carolina?
No, that was
the interception game, right?
That was the interception game. We called the last fucking play. We called the stupid ass RPO, like knowing we need damn 7. Whatever. Anyway. That fucking Lashley shit. Nah, we didn't get blown out by them. I think Virginia was a shootout, right, Rich?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
that was like
been,
TVD first shootout. We ain't had no defense, man. We had no defense.
You said we got no defense, dog?
We had no defense last year. It was embarrassing.
Let me see. Get Vic to come here. But no, if I had to guess, that lady knows her stuff. She probably don't have time to go do all the research, but you put it in front of her or put a film in front of her, she could break it down. That was too smooth.
Yeah, she knew her stuff.
Yeah. That was way too smooth. So one, y'all hit the like button for us and share for us, man. If you want to become a football villain, and get access to some information and private group me, click the join button down there, right down there by the logo somewhere. Where all the subscribers at? Where all the subscribers at? And
yeah, I think that was the
what?
No, he was asking. He wanted to ask, was that the field goal game? I think so. That was we lost the Virginia game off that field goal, right? Borregales.
He missed it.
Yeah, I think that was the Virginia game.
Say Manny called the defense.
He did.
He did.
Say Don. He did. I mean, he was the D coordinator.
Yeah, bet on himself. He bet on himself.
Kick Baker out of here, made Baker the fall guy.
You said that too. UNX was the one who said that. It was like,
yeah,
Baker, man, that's Manny defense, man.
That's what Al Golden didn't do. Like that was like shady. Like, go and get out of here, boy. You're messing up the defense, man. And then get the defense back as the same defense. Trash part 2.
Shout out to
Trashier.
Shout out to Reno Honorant. He said we won the Coastal 1 year under Golden, but we chose not to go. We was under self-imposed sanctions.
So 1 year under Golden.
Yep.
All the people who's so hard on Gaddis, I want y'all to understand that Mario has his hands in a lot of stuff. He has his hands in that offense. He has his hands in that offense and what he's choosing to run, what he wants to run. You know what I'm saying? I don't know day to day or play by play. I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? But what they're running, Mario has some say so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's his
That thing
job.
just come here and walk in the room and slam the doors, and it's my offense, like Lashley did. They gave Lashley his own field. They gave Lashley his own field. They gave Lashley everything.
But man, they ain't no
Lashley
shit.
changed the tempo
I wasn't
of
mad
the
at it.
practice. That offense changed the tempo of the practice when Lashley got here. Shout out to
Especially
Manny.
when De'Ara got here too.
Wait. 305 Kane, you said that Manny's defense is clicking with far less talent.
Where is that?
In Penn State?
He trolling us.
Bro.
He probably ain't
I don't know. I think he might be.
He saw the
I don't
first
think
three games. He saw the first 3 games.
Woo.
Still, defense is doing better than Manny defense.
Our defense ain't bad. It just make too many stupid mistakes. Our defense is not bad at all. Manny just gave up 400 and something yards rushing, right?
Yeah.
And D Ohio State is marching into Penn State this weekend. D Ohio State.
Man, that's why we.
Well, Penn State 6-1. That's why people saying that. They 6-1. That's why people saying
that. Listen, that's why we can't flip Fletcher. Fletcher, like, oh Lord, I get to play this guy next year.
That's messed up, dog. Oh, you think I'm gonna lose out? You playing against Manny?
What we in here talking about, James? What we talking about?
Dog, he say Manny
defense.
Getting it done. Manny getting it done at Penn State.
He not trolling. He's serious. He is not trolling.
Okay, so let me pull up NCAA defensive rankings. Come on, ESPN.
So look, Big Earl say, boy, you smoking dope saying our defense isn't bad. Then what is it? This is what I be telling y'all. Y'all gotta start watching games. Like that's the kind of stuff that somebody says, oh, our defense gave up 45 to Duke. And bro, did you watch the game? Do you understand what actually went on and shit? Like, y'all, man.
Duke offense didn't do shit. We put up stats last night. Duke, because remember they were saying the quarterback ran all over us. Well, not really.
We had 8 turnovers.
Yeah, he had 3. Right. He had 5 short fields.
You watched the game, Big Earl, and that's what you came up with. That our defense ain't good, man. Come on, bro. Get out of here.
Total defense.
Them boys had 91. Them boys had 91 yards at halftime. Man, come on, man.
So what's total defense? What's the most important defensive stat that we can go off of? Total defense. I just want to do the whole total defense. Illinois is number 1 in the nation. I don't know what that's about.
Damn.
It's
hard to do that in college, though.
It's about who
that's
you
the
play.
thing. It's hard to do. Mm-hmm. It's hard to do that in college. It's hard.
It is.
Yeah, it's about who you play.
Mm-hmm. It really is. That's true too.
Miami in total defense is number 34, giving up 345 yards per game. It's 50 teams on the front page, and Penn State is not on it. Let's go find Manny. Let's go see where Manny at. Let's go find Manny. There they go. All right,
Come
ain't
on,
that bad.
Share the screen. Share the screen.
Huh?
Share the screen for the people in the back. Share that.
There you go, Manny. I found him.
Bro, you understand that okay, so North Carolina is one of that's got to be the most potent offense we have played and most teams play. We held them to under 30. We turned their quarterback over how many times? Twice. Should have been 3. Cal dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Like, bro, our defense ain't bad.
That was his first 2 interceptions all year. Our
defense number 34, and we gave up 6 of the biggest plays this year in probably college football.
Right.
We're breaking records on us. Penn State's number 63.
at Penn State, and they take pride in their defense. They take pride in having the best linebackers.
So that's
And
double.
mind
We
you, and
twice
mind
as
you,
we twice as better.
mind you, once again, inherited an excellent defense.
Mm-hmm.
Because Buddy
Rennie
from
Good.
Virginia Tech, what Brent Pry had them last year. Virginia Tech head coach.
He the head coach now.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Virginia
you
Tech.
know, yeah. Let me see. What's Russian? I'm trying to find a Russian.
See, they say stuff like, okay, so you say Middle Tennessee lit up the defense. Middle Tennessee attacked 3 different corners. That was it.
Russian
Now, I
defense,
would.
Miami number 24. We're giving up 112 yards on the ground. James Madison. What? Who the fuck is James Madison playing?
Middle Tennessee State.
James Madison giving up 54 yards on the ground.
Yeah, they just transitioned over to FBS this year. I think they're in the Sun Belt.
Now, I
So
would
yeah,
say this though. I agree with Big Earl when he says he says Steels need to retire and let Charlie Strong take over. And I would say maybe that's the plan. Maybe that's why they brought in 2 guys who have that much experience. And to say down long, yeah, I truly believe what we have going on at linebacker in this current class is because of having Charlie Strong. So it is what it is.
Make me understand something. Why are y'all saying that? What's the purpose behind that?
Still retiring?
Yeah. They both 62 years old.
I think it's the optics. I think it's how we see Steele, right? Like I mentioned the other day, I don't necessarily see him wanting to take on the hassle of being a head coach or nothing like that.
Right.
I think he's really truly trying to build a program. But I think he gives the keys over to somebody else.
Who Steele?
Yeah, maybe 2-3 years down the road.
Rich, I'll retort with this: who's had a more successful complete defense more recently? It's true. Point out that they both the same age.
Recently,
Yep.
I would say Steele at Auburn.
Correct. So why should he have to give over the reins? Why does he need to retire? If we're doing work in modern football, and he slowed down probably one of the most prolific defenses we've ever seen. Excuse me, prolific offense we've ever seen with that Joe Burrow-led LSU team. Why does he have to give up?
Right. That's what I was trying to
That's a
understand.
great question.
Why are we saying that? Something about
That's definitely a fair question. I would say a lot of folks still remember what Charlie Strong, exactly what Big Earl just mentioned. They still remember Charlie Strong at Florida. They still remember Charlie Strong at and he wasn't the DC, but being the head coach at Louisville and what he did at those 2 programs. So Texas, he had no support whatsoever.
Right.
I would even venture to say USF was a dumpster fire as well. So, but based on what he did at Florida and how he recruited, what he did at Louisville, a lot of people remember that.
Strong.
Yeah.
You just put up these. You just put up all these. You just pulled up these numbers, and somebody just said we got the worst defense in it. Somebody said we got the worst defense in the ACC.
No, we don't, man. That's
I
not
like
true,
y'all.
man.
Come on, man. Y'all got to relax, dog. Y'all
Kyle,
just
what
be
we
saying
talking about?
emotional
Woosop,
stuff.
Kyle.
Like
Kyle,
it
Woosop,
ain't
Kyle.
even true.
Man, go get edible, man. Woosop, man. What we talking about, dog?
No, I'm Gucci. It just be like I just be trying to dog. Y'all just take a time and go look at something sometime. Go think first, bro.
We got the worst defense in the SEC.
Hey, Kyle, man. That's why I just gotta respectfully step back. You know what I'm saying? I think if anything, we have a unique advantage because we talk about Alabama and all these former head coaches and former coordinators who go to the Nick Saban school of disheveled coaches. And it's okay when they do it. But all of a sudden, when Miami do it, hey, one guy got to retire. Look, this guy's like, dog, like, that's a benefit. Like, I don't understand how people don't understand. That's a good thing. Like to have
Yeah, I see your point.
to have a Coach Steele as the other guy who sees that. Yeah, does it look good now? Hell no. But we've spoken ad nauseum already about how some of these teams are being like, and some of the players on these teams are. I heard Manny Navarro's podcast today. He said they're anticipating almost 40 players getting up out of here this offseason to replace them with guys who got a different mindset. So
I don't believe
yeah,
that.
like it's
That's not happening. I don't know why people keep saying
I
that.
don't believe
That's
that. I
not
don't believe that.
happening, bro. It don't,
I think it may be some exits, but I don't believe that.
I was just before we got on the show, I was looking at the roster, and I was like, man, we got X amount of scholarship receivers, X amount of scholarship running backs. Whose scholarship gets renewed and whose doesn't get renewed? Get renewed.
That's a good question. And I would even ask too, who let's just ask it like this. Who do y'all think doesn't leave?
Oh, well, that's why we was in the Discord the other night, ain't it?
right. We did that
Yeah.
already. We went over that.
That was Maddie.
No, I remember
we
it.
We ain't doing that here. We ain't doing that here. That's why we was in Discord, ain't it? Y'all want to get back in there?
I feel.
All right. And just Medi, to a man, right, Medi? Once we sat down and really looked at it, we weren't as upset with the roster as we thought we'd be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's what I be just telling people. Just like, let's take a step back. We all of us, you know what I'm saying? You take a step back and then go over things and look at things. Like, do you see now the question Medi is asking is not who should go, but who will go. That's what he's asking. And that's a tough one because we don't know who's really upset, who's really doesn't like being here. And that's what he's asking. But just like the people keep saying, oh, we're gonna gut the roster for the that's not happening, dog.
And you know my responses to that, Kyle? You know my responses to that? 786-405-9499, man. IOD Squad, man. Go ahead, you can hear all these things. So you can go ahead and get in this IOD in this Discord. You can have all these conversations.
We got the other night, but
you know what I'm saying?
the conversation kind of went somewhere else. So that's offense.
Shit getting exclusive now, man. Hey, what was it last night? We talked about the whole situation with K5 and his mama. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
nah, man, we got heat over.
You got to pay to play.
Y'all see, y'all in other groups, man. Y'all see the village. Y'all see the stuff we be talking about, and then when other groups talk about them, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see it. Yeah, we some stuff we be up on. We be up on a lot of stuff, man. So this is offense on the screen. Total offense, right? Total offense rankings on the screen. God damn, how Georgia go from the top defense in the nation to the top offense in the nation in 2 years?
Well, the rich get richer. Rich get richer.
Yeah.
Well, they number 2. Tennessee number 1. But Miami is number 34. Same place the defense is. 35.
So wow, so our defense and our offense is top 50.
It's okay.
Say that again.
Yeah, it's okay.
For the people in the chat. Huh? Let me say that for the people in the chat again. Total offense, whatever that stat is, right? However they gauge that. Miami's number 35. Now y'all want to pull up red zone? Because that's how we do guys. Let's go to the red zone. Let's see what we rank in the red zone. Let's see what we rank in the red zone.
I don't even want to see that. Goodness. I can't defend Gaddis on that shit.
But listen, total offense with number 35. Same place the defense is. And Kyle, you say the defense isn't playing bad. Red zone with number 58. Right on top of the Army. Right on that old Akron.
Ooh, man.
But listen. Okay, so we having a tough time in the red zone, right? So let me name some of these teams that's under us. I guess Oklahoma, they're not doing too good this year.
Utah, that's interesting.
Oh, wait, hold on. Is that the illustrious Southern California with Caleb Williams at the quarterback? Am I missing something here?
Where is that? Oh, damn, I see it. Oh,
they right now.
Am I?
68.
Ooh, whoa, wait a minute. Is that Utah? That's coach someone on the Kyle Willingham or Dillingham, whatever the hell his name is.
UCLA. Who UCLA coach?
Is UC Chip Kelly the offensive maestro with DTR as the quarterback, the 6-year starting quarterback? God damn! What? Maybe he's explosive plays. I don't know.
Let me see. Red
I
zone
really thought we would be in the hundreds. I thought we was gonna be in the hundreds. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
Florida.
So that mean Gad is better than all them boys.
Listen, man.
No. I want to give context on that, right? Because we sitting here talking about red zone offense, but do you need a red zone offense if Caleb Williams is throwing 60-yard touchdowns? Hell to the no.
That's true.
Context matters, and that's the point that I was trying to make.
It's
because everybody talking about red zone offense. Sorry as hell.
Okay, so which one of these stats we want to look at up here? Red zone scores, red zone field goals made, red zone passes.
This is what you do. This is easy. You look at your red zone attempts and you look at your red zone scores. I didn't think our differential was that close.
Red zone attempts.
That's pretty damn interesting.
We're gonna put it in order by red zone attempts.
We might be pretty high on red zone attempts. No, we're gonna be probably middle of the pack.
Number 58. And then you say look at red zone scores. Let's put it in order by scores. Now we should be last here, right? The way people talk about Gaddis, we should be last, right?
But we not. We are not.
We not. We number 58, dog.
So that means we know how to march.
No. Listen. It's 33 red zone attempts.
Mm-hmm.
My mic was muted.
Right.
11 rushing touchdowns to 9 passing touchdowns. That means we missed 14 attempts in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
Hence our whatever was it 58?
It's like 50%. Yeah.
Well, no. But you taking off. So what? You don't want to count field goals?
Is that there too?
Field goals.
Oh yeah, I see field goals. I see field goals.
It's extremely Medi. All you gotta do is look at attempts and scores. If you look at attempts and scores, we're very close. We're like what 28 scores and 33 attempts or something like that.
Yeah.
That shit looks skewed. I thought it was gonna be way worse than
correct. And here's the thing that they're not gonna point out, Kyle. Manny took a bunch of red zone field goals last year, and the fan base could not stand his motherfucking ass for it. Why don't you just try to go for it on 4th down? You remember? Manny remembers.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Remember? God did. Everybody was on Manny's ass for not going for it on 4th down. This year, Mario's aggressive, going for it on 4th down. Our O-line getting their shit pushed in, and all of a sudden, it's a problem.
Wait, so are we bad in the red zone? Okay, so are we bad in the red zone or not?
Apparently, it depends on the damn coach.
Right, but no. I think we are because let's look at it like this. If you kick a field goal in the red zone, at the end of the day, you kind of failed because you didn't score a touchdown. That's what the red zone is for. And so if you look at them, if you take the numbers that Medi put up and say, well, so that means that we 14 times we didn't score out of those 33. That's half the time that we got in there that we didn't score. That's about almost half the time that we got in there that we didn't score.
But mind you, think about this, Kyle. Like I said, last year, and I respect your perspective about saying if you get in the red zone and you don't score a touchdown, you quote unquote fail. I respect that. At the same time, think about how many close games you lost because Manny took the points. That's the difference between the record and why we say because people forget how many of them close ass games we had came down to Boris Dallas's leg.
Right.
How many 1, 2, 3 point losses did we or wins did we have that depended on that? So we bash Manny for being conservative and taking the points, right? And too often we got to the red zone and he kicked the field goal and 2, 3, 4 field goals. That makes up 9 to 12 points. And sometimes that's that 3-point, 4-point margin is how we win the game. And the fan base is mad because Manny went 5-1 in the last 6 games. And then you look at that margin total, all of a sudden it's like, so men lie, women lie.
How you zoom a screen in? How you zoom in the screen? F4, F3, F4, F5, F6? I know somebody in the comment section knows. Is it any team? This is the last page right here. This is the last page, the worst teams. Any team on here jump out to y'all? Woo, woo, woo.
Florida State. Florida State.
Bro, listen.
That's the red zone offense?
Red zone offense, Florida State is number 100
and
and
7.
6. They had 33 attempts.
Okay.
And they got 13 rushing touchdowns, 7 passes.
So that means every time they get in the red zone, they turn it over or something happens.
33 attempts.
That's good to know.
What you did, you compared scores to attempts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're number 105. Dog, 3 ACC teams. Georgia Tech is almost dead last.
We knew that.
Virginia.
The point I'm trying to make, Street, is we got to pick a struggle. Because we keep moving the goalposts, like I said earlier in the chat. We got to pick a struggle. What y'all want to be mad about? Because we go back last year, and the same thing y'all be complaining about, Mario doing it, and now y'all mad. Because it translates to something else.
Let me say this though. When you saying that, for both Diaz and Mario, and this is what I worry about with Mario. The thing about Diaz and his field goal kicking and all that kind of stuff or whatever, it was feel for the game, and I don't think he had it because he lost the game by doing that, and then that next game he tried to do the opposite and lost the game, and so he was just like, "Fuck, I'm in no man's land. I don't know." You know what I'm saying? And I think with Mario, because I'm not trying to damn if you do, damn if you don't, or be in hindsight. But I remember at Texas A&M, he kept kicking all those fucking field goals. I'm like, dude, at some point in time, you got to go for it. And he didn't, right? Now it's like he's going for it all the time. You got to understand where you are and have feel for the game. Like against Duke, take the fucking 3. Because it's up, it's early. There's no need. But I understand what you're trying to do. Let's establish a mindset. Let's go for the gusto. Woo, woo, woo. So I'm not faulting you for that. But I'm just saying you got to understand and have feel for the game. Go ahead and take those 3 because it's Duke. Go ahead and take the 3 and let's play the game. But you the underdog against Texas A&M, and you're kicking field goals. I have no problem with you kicking them. It's just that, okay, bro, I'm at field goal 4 or 5 and shit. I can't keep kicking field goals and think I'm going to win this game. So that's one thing I kind of worry about with Mario. I want to know. I want to check his pulse and see if he got the right feel for the game. But only time is going to tell. It might just be, man, I got to get these boys. He might be doing it because my team is down. Their morale is down. So we need to convert this 4th and 1. We need a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not blaming him, but I do worry about his feel for the game.
I absolutely agree. Once again, I got to go back to you got to pick a struggle. And Mario mine, he done coach, 4th quarter program, spring ball.
Yes.
He's thinking this is Duke. Like my offensive line should push their shit in and get a first down. When that happened, and we see that Franklin continually fail, we see to the point where we got to literally put Ja'Carry Brown in, a true freshman quarterback, because he's 6'4", to run the ball. It says like, what other options we have? I'm preaching all summer, all off season, toughness, physicality. I came out the beginning of the year. I want to run power spread. We running the ball. We pushing people. It was only 4 or 5 games ago we was pushing Texas A&M around, who got a way better defensive line than Duke. But then all of a sudden now we can't get a push against Duke. It's like
that's a different line though, Mehdi. It's a different line and different concepts.
I know. I just think Mario's mindset is set on physicality.
Yeah.
Thinking in his head like we should be more physical than them. I should be able to push on 4th and 1 for a yard. And when he doesn't, they don't execute. Then, like I said, that's the same thing we complained about last year.
Do you think part of not executing is because the team doesn't realize that every single time anybody plays Miami, it's like they're playing in a bowl game?
Mario said it's technique. Mario said it's technique. And it could, he's the fucking O-line coach. I don't know. He says it's technique. But I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I get what you're saying, Rich. Sometimes it's just body on the body. Get somebody up off you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So,
I had asked which stats. I asked which stats should we look at on offense? I got a text, and they said scoring and third down. So third down conversion percentage. Somebody running water, or somebody running water.
That's my fault.
Third down conversion percentage.
my aquarium, man. My pop's aquarium. My fault.
Third down, we're number 39 in third down conversion percentage.
Damn, we stay in them 30s.
Listen, Listen, so
you can't fire.
Yeah. So why? So ask yourself why? Why would we look at Gaddis? We like, oh no, he got to go. Like the people who say that, right? He got to go. Is he that bad?
In year one,
not even close.
7 games in. Year one, 7 games in. Get him out of here.
And on the uptick.
If we do
And
that,
you know
we
what?
stupid.
You know what I'm most excited about? They tried to argue with me this earlier. I just stopped engaging, quite honestly. I'm excited because we got a quarterback. I ain't saying he no damn Mike Vick, but we got somebody back there who can run around a little bit.
Is that true, Manny? Can Jake run?
Do you know how he got hurt last year, Street?
Yep.
On a long run.
Yep. Maybe
Against
we believe that he was running.
Willacoochee Central Connecticut State or whatever the hell they call.
Yeah.
So unless he completely scared to do it because he's afraid of getting hurt again, or the offense is limiting him from running, if the play breaks down, he has the ability. There was one play where he went for the fake this last game. He faked it the wrong way. He was like, "Oh shit!" Then he looked around. He tried to run, and then they sacked him. That's not a good. That wasn't a good time for him to run. But but outside of that, like he has the ability. If there's a play designed for him, because once again, this now opens it up. That makes this RPO a whole different animal now. Because if I actually have a threat, I have a threat back there, and I'll let you get your shit off, Kyle. If I have a threat back there who can run it, it gives the defense something else that they just can't key on to. If I RPO and I'm Tyler Van Dyke, they know my ass ain't running nowhere. So it makes it easier to walk up in the box. But go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say real quick. I don't think Garcia is that much of a runner that you're giving him credit for. I get it, and I understand why you say it. I think his wiggle looks like he can actually move. He got a little wiggle. He got a little swag to him. Like this, let's put it like this. And I personally think, because I've seen them both run straight line, I think in a straight line race, TVD beats him. The problem is TVD ain't got no fucking wiggle and no fucking acceleration. You know what I'm saying?
You say TVD beat Garcia in a straight line?
I think in a straight line, I think so. Yeah, I definitely think so.
TVD get out.
Garcia has that wiggle.
Tractor.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't. Garcia is it looks that way because he does have some wiggle to side and all that stuff. I just don't know if he's that much of a threat back there, Matty. Like, you know, I don't know if they're gonna be scared of that. I get what you're saying. I just don't know.
This is Jake Huddle.
Hey, bring up his stats against Central Connecticut State last year.
His stats
or his film, whatever.
What you want to see that run?
The highlight film. Because they telling me that apparently Jake Garcia is slower than TVD now, so I guess that's news to me.
See, remember that conversation came up before. Remember who was on the team? They were saying, man, I think TVD could run. I think Don Chaney. Remember Don Chaney was saying that? He was saying TVD could run. And we think Jake
did it last year.
Yeah, he had a touchdown run against Virginia last year. Like a 15, 16-yard touchdown run.
I just don't think he decides to run.
He hit the sideline one game last year. Bro.
Yeah, against Virginia.
I don't think he decides to run fast enough. He don't make decisive decisions like
I can agree with you on that.
He's not trying to.
It's like he makes the right decision, but he makes it late.
I don't know, man. So did they say TVD is out?
Yeah.
This game. X said it yesterday.
I don't remember him completely saying it in the press conference. I remember him saying
because he ain't gonna do that.
Huh?
He could do that, but Manny said he saw him after the press conference walking around in a sling. So, but then again, you said you saw Leonard Taylor. Then I saw him at the Palmetto game, regular as fuck. So who knows? I don't know. I don't know.
Jake didn't run that one time in that film. Okay, let's see if we can find Jake highlight running high. I don't know, bro. He got this week with the ones. You're gonna get comfortable. Whoever our fucking ones is. Who was our one wide receivers? Jacoby?
Brashard back.
What was Brashard?
That should be what?
Where did y'all find Brashard at?
Oh, they said he was hurt, right?
Yeah, he was dinged up at the end of the 2 games
Yeah,
ago.
they say he was hurt.
So he didn't come to the game?
I don't know. You gotta
You
tell
know,
us that.
I thought, he might not have, but you know what, Streeter? I thought that was weird, but Steve wasn't at the game either.
Steve is really hurt.
Right.
Steve feelings is probably hurt. Steve is probably in a bad place right now, dog. When I saw him, he looked like he was in pain.
Yeah, it was Steve and somebody else. Steve and one of the guards. They weren't at the game. I thought that was odd because I'm like, you still can go to the, if we traveling and I leave you home, I get it, but one at the game. Steve and one more person. So was it Steve? Maybe Steve and Zion. It was Steve and one more person that wasn't at the game, which I thought was really weird. Yeah, they weren't weird. It was 2 guys. Susan wrote it.
You see, they haven't said anything about Chase Smith.
I didn't see it.
It was real funny when I saw Chase on. It wasn't funny when Chase he was on the back of the Easy Go, and Susan was like, "Streeter, who is that? Can you see who that is?" I was like, "Nah, Susan, we gotta get upstairs. Let's go." No, that is. What that?
You ain't getting my scoop. You ain't getting my scoop, baby.
He was right there too, but I guess she don't recognize what they look like. You know what I'm saying? She don't know them like. Yeah, at a glance, just a big, tall black guy.
They all look alike.
I talked to him, man. He was pretty down, man. But you see, they haven't said anything about it yet, right? So if we don't ask them, they won't say nothing. So just go down the roster and just think about how many players are missing. And if we don't ask about them, they don't say nothing. And none of the media has asked about them, right?
No.
Nope.
Not that I heard of.
Out of sight, out of mind.
I guess Mario takes that professional that pro thing where you don't want to necessarily put your injuries out, like how Belichick used to put them fake ass injuries out or not put certain injuries out and shit, whatever.
Yep, he is absolutely about that. Anytime you ask about something, be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna let you know." He can say, he's like, "You know what? I don't know right now, but I'm gonna let you know later in the week."
Yeah. I mean, it was a freak little injury too. Dunston just helmet hit his leg after the play. It was bad though.
Yeah, I think he said Manny Navarro said that
one day.
Yeah, Manny Navarro said he saw Zion in another brace and on crutches again. I think he got another surgery.
Yeah, Mario said he had a setback.
Yeah, I think
was it an injury setback or was it cleanup?
Somebody had a philosophy. They were saying that, I don't know what y'all think about this. They were saying that, well, this can't be true. I'm not gonna repeat it.
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah, they just thought that maybe, hey, the 2 tackles were playing good, and it's like, you just hold out for a year.
That's that whole y'all ain't been here long enough to know that escape shit wasn't gonna last. That's what that was. But I'm with it. I want Zion and Campbell back next year. So as long as he don't get no fucking bad advice and somebody try to, oh yeah, man, just play your bowl game, go to the Senior Bowl and whoop, whoop, whoop. Man, you know, bro, you need to come back. You need to come bring your ass on back.
You're gonna be a top 15 pick.
No, somebody gonna try to tell him that bullshit.
Yep.
Oh, you already know. You already know how that's going down.
I can be an agent.
What Mario talking about, dog? Let's see what Mario talking about. I do everything like you do anything.
To be those goals, and it happened. You reinforce it every day.
100%, and we clearly understood that. You know, we were very fortunate to have a lot of guys lead some prominent programs and positions, knowing what the future of Miami is, but also understanding that presently you got to work. You have to be tough-minded, strong-willed, because you have to overcome things and you have to build things the right way. And building things the right way is sometimes painful. So that's all right. There can't be any flinch. There can't be any reservation or hesitation. Got to get back to work and keep working it into reality.
Yeah, I don't know about 40 players, but there's going to be a couple of them out of here.
Hey, let me ask y'all something, because we were discussing earlier, and I think not the players, but the coaches. Are we really convinced that Gaddis and Steele is both leaving? Like where did that narrative come from?
I don't know. Still, we talk to Still all the time. Still seems to be having a goddamn ball. The other day, Charlie Strong had the play call sheet in his hand, and somebody was saying, "Did they get a play call to Charlie Strong?" Still said, "Listen, the day they get a play call to Charlie Strong is the day you have to catch me on a boat in South Carolina because I won't be here." Hey, listen, they still say that ain't how it going there. Listen, this is what I'm gonna tell y'all about Still. I think his personality, dog, is good for those kids. He's been here so long. He's been here so long, dog, where he can just he knows a lot. You know what I'm saying? And his personality, dog. His personality, I think, is really good. He's laid back. He's funny. Don't care about much. You feel what I'm saying? He not much bother him because he's probably seen so much.
Do you ever see
Charlie
him?
Strong look like a drill instructor?
Interesting. Do you ever see him? You ever see Steele get fired up like at any point during practice?
I think he gets fired up.
I said, have you ever seen him though?
He better not. He don't get fired up on back pedals. That's all they let us see.
Because I ain't gonna lie, man. When Steele came, one of the biggest things that I was always impressed with, man, when he had that one highlight tape on YouTube where he was screaming at his team during halftime, like at Auburn. He was screaming at them like, "Where's their adversity?" I was like, man, I would beat somebody to f up to coach or something like that. I don't know what it was. That just got me hyped, man. And I just figured like he was like that, like in the game, but I ain't never really seen him do it. So yeah, maybe he went to some anger management or something. I don't know,
No, I'm sure he gets fired up. I mean, he's a D1 coach. They all probably lose it. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's what I thought I was getting with Steele when I seen that. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I had I wanted you to ask Steele a question if you ain't never asked him before. I remember in the spring when he basically, I don't know if he came out and said it, I think he did, but basically had to kind of dumb the defense down a little bit.
Right.
I want you to ask him, has he been able to implement it? And I guess you got to ask him like this, with such a.
Asked him that the other day.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
And what'd he say?
I'm gonna find it for y'all. Y'all go ahead and talk about something. Kanye
Nah,
West.
but that's what I wanted to know.
Is Kanye gonna die or become president? Y'all talk about something. I'm fine.
All right.
Will he die before he becomes president, Kanye?
Man, I'm not even gonna talk about Kanye. Y'all already know that.
This man here, man. This man here.
This Chris say Still can't get too fired up. Father Time might win. Come on, Chris, dog.
No, listen. Listen. Still looks old. Still looks old to y'all, right? He's not old. He's not. He doesn't come across as an old guy at all, bro.
He just lived life.
That was Smooth. Smooth just came in the chat. That was Smooth trying to kill that man in the Discord last night. Street. Some of that man was 90 years old.
Yeah, he told me that man was
Smooth.
90 years old. He was confident too. Die strong, dead ass wrong.
I got one for y'all though. Guess who got a year eligibility? We was talking about it, but we didn't notice in the chat. The chat corrected us. Guess who got a year eligibility next year? I give each of y'all one guess.
Letson?
No. I mean, he probably does, but that's not who I'm talking about. No. Medi?
Jay White, favorite player, DJ Ivy.
There you go. Boom.
Get it too.
Woo! Ivy gonna be back next year.
That boy said I'm gonna slip out that draft stock. They gonna make me a first round.
Wow.
But no, you know what though? I can see him leaving. I was gonna say I can see him leaving. He been through a lot, and right now, don't gamble. You know, he don't have to necessarily gamble. If somebody telling him 3rd round, 4th round, nigga, take it.
But at the same time, you know, I see out of a lot of these players. Y'all kill me for my Mallory comment, but as far as mental fortitude, he's one of those guys who he have his moments still, but in the last couple of weeks, he's rising to the occasion. He got 2 fumble recoveries. I mean, 2 forced fumbles and a fumble recovery in the last 2 weeks, which essentially are I mean, they ain't help last game, but 2 games ago, that was a huge deal that got us, in a scoring position. If not, I think we scored off of that. And he's one of those guys that, I know he hear that outside criticism. I know. I'm from nearby the same place he at, so I know he hear it, but it don't seem to be phasing him. So when I talk about mentality, mental fortitude, man, like, I give it to him. He seemed to be showing it and rising to the occasion, because he's not out of all the people I see regressing as of recently. It's not him.
No, Ivy has. I'm very proud of Ivy. I'm not on that train, and I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid. Y'all can have all that Thunderbird and 211. Y'all, it's y'all's. But I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna give props where it's due. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nobody's taking his starting job. You know what I'm saying? The rest of the season, as long as he plays like this, that man has been. Yeah, I clap it up for Ivy, bro.
Hey, Canes get live. He got 4. I think he was leading the team in them coming into the season. Cam might have passed him though, or be right behind him. He got 4 career interceptions.
He has 4. God damn, that's terrible. But
that is terrible.
He's still playing good.
To be here for 5 years, that's horrible. That is absolutely terrible.
How the fuck you average 0.5 interceptions a season? No, but that man playing good, man. Some guy, you've had some elite corners in the league that don't get picks. They just a great cover guys. I'm not saying that's gonna be him, but interceptions don't always tell the story. He's playing very well this year, man. I'm proud that he's on the team. Proud he didn't quit. Proud he didn't leave. I'm gonna be happy for that man if he get drafted.
And mind you, man, I think KB probably been one of this man's biggest critics ever. Like, wherever Jay White is, if you look at the opposite side of the spectrum, that's where KB at. So for him to be giving this man, props on air, that's saying a lot.
Nah, I'm gonna try to be as fast as I can, bro. Sir, he got it, bro. But that's what we need. We need to see guys make jumps. Like, I've never seen a guy make a jump the way Zion did. I've never seen that shit in my life. To come in as a Zion, to come in as a low 3-star, kind of get ate up against Florida. Oh, I never saw that before in my life, bro. I mean, they talking about first round. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't see first rounder, but I'm not Mel Kiper. That's Mel Kiper's job. And they say he's playing like a first rounder, or he was, or whatever. Gotta give him props. What I do know is wasn't nobody getting around that corner on that young man a year or 2 ago.
Nah.
I will say this. Hopefully, Kyle, you ain't giving the kiss of death, because the last time we praised up a DJ Ivy. Oh,
that was them. Hey, look, I just said he was playing well. That was Chris. That was Chris.
Yeah, the last time they boosted that boy up, what happened? Middle Tennessee State. God damn.
Yeah, that was Chris.
Like, man, that boy,
you want this Kool-Aid? You want this Kool-Aid? Yeah. Now, Chris, that was your jinxing ass. Jinx the shit out. So Jay, so if Ivy have a bad game, don't get mad at the fans. Get mad at Chris with that bullshit he be doing. But nah, my guy's coming along, man. And I think it's important for us to look at this roster and look at the guys who's coming along, the guys that are playing well. And man, the kid's been through a lot, bro. Just a lot, just dealing with whatever happened last year with Manny. And then you just got this offseason. Yeah, Mario came, but just the shit they got to hear from the fans. You can't turn it off. This ain't the 90s where you could just go home and cut the TV off or whatever. Man, social media is everywhere, bro. You cut on the radio, sports talk might be on, man. Them kids been through a lot, man. So, we got to take the time to go ahead, Mitt.
Yeah, no, I was saying, it was just a couple weeks ago, we was complaining about a fan tagging the players and calling them out on social media. So, yeah, they definitely see that stuff. Even if they don't want to, you know what I'm saying? The only thing that they can do really is just delete it and get off of it. But these are 19 to 24-year-old kids and young men. So, like, yeah, naturally, that's really their reality. That's all they've ever known. So, for them, it's hard for them to just completely disconnect from it. But yeah, we just gotta do better as fans. Like, there's nothing wrong with
Social
calling
media.
out the team collectively, but yeah, definitely not
Mhm.
tagging players and all that. That's crossing the line.
I mean, because like I said, like Coach Dog was saying the other night when he got to meet Ivy, and he was like, man, they such respectable. They said yes sir, no sir. He was like, man, it kind of made me feel bad, and I was asking him like, what did you think? I sit up here and yell at the top of my lungs, they kids, they kids, they kids. That's because I have empathy for them because I come from where they're from. Yeah, my media is not emotionalist. It's not, you know what I'm saying? You're a number to me. But it was like, what did you think? They are kids. I yell it all the time. They're kids. And I always go back to Shamar Stewart asking Mo, like, why would they be mad at me? Big 6'5", 250-pound kid, confused at like, damn, I love my city, but why would they be mad at me? Like, why would they be mad at me? I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? I don't hate. Why would they hate? Why would they hate me? That's the question. Why would they hate us, Mo? Why would they talk about us like that? You know what I'm saying? It confused them. Mo being from New York, shit, he
used to
you gotta explain it. Yeah, right. But that's a kid being confused that, damn, dog, like, why they making memes of you like that, dog? Like, these same people was begging me a day ago to come play for Miami. And it confuses kids.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Marvin say you just got to ignore the local stuff because ain't nobody talking about Miami on ESPN. It's not as simple as you think, bro. It's really not, man. Your phone is your life. You know what I'm saying? And it don't take nothing for a trending Miami topic to come across your phone. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, bro. It's hard unless you're just gonna go without technology for a couple of days, and that's kind of we've made it impossible. You know what I mean? We too dependent on technology to just leave our phone at home. That ain't happening.
Right. How much do you think anybody has text Rooster? You sorry as fuck. You need to transfer.
Text them directly.
Like text them, DM them.
I think you mean that. Like just I'm sure somebody has. I'm positive
One
somebody
of our
has.
stupid ass fans absolutely have.
Right. That's why Gaddis
my
shows
thing
up at a
was-
high school game with a bodyguard.
And that's unfortunate, man. Like that kind of stuff. I don't know, we talk about that thin line between being a fan and being a weirdo, man, and it's a very thin line. and people cross, and I'm not just saying Miami fans in general. People cross their shit every single day, and it's kind of scary to think about, man. Like, you let this ruin your life so much. Like, yeah, we get mad, we get it because certain things happen and certain guys don't perform the way we want to. For me, like, you'll see me, I was like for me, I said in the chat that day, I said, I don't want to hear about Rooster again. It's nothing against Rooster. It's not personal. It's just he not leaving them. I said, hey, maybe we're gonna sit him down for the rest of the year, and not that we got that many options anyway, but something, because it's not clicking with him. But it's never, man, fuck Rooster, sorry ass, yeah, man, take his scholarship, kick his ass off the team, and beat his mama up. Like it ain't. It's like that line, man. Like, we gotta start doing better.
But Mehdi, even if it is, it's okay if you in the confines of your own home with your homeboys at the barbershop. The problem is when you saying this shit too loud. You on fucking social media or you on these fucking platforms, and it's just like, bro, what the? Because Brandon had to straighten me on that, because I said that to Brandon Tooks in the group. I said, man, we gotta kind of like chill on calling these kids trash. And Brandon was like, bro, you act like I'm saying the shit to the kid's face, and I'm, like, yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but at the same time,
sure.
You're right. So it's just, in the confines of, whatever. All right, I get it. Y'all can be emotional as you fucking want to. But like this, we can't be in the comment section calling Rooster fucking trash. People see all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
That's what I want the fans to adjust to, though.
Yeah, even in this day and age, you still got to be careful about even putting that stuff in some groups. People be out here screenshotting shit and sending people anyway.
Yes,
like
God,
these people, like I said, that thin line between being a weirdo and a fan, man. People be overstepping that bitch, like habitual line steppers. Like, today I'm gonna be a weirdo. Like it happens, and we just gotta do better as people, man. Like we all from the era of people saying, "Hey, don't say anything to nobody you wouldn't want them saying to you or your mom or whatever." But it seems like with social media and the emergence of it, that's become more and more foreign because you have access to so many people, celebrities, sports athletes, all this stuff that you can just say what you want, and there's really no repercussions. Like they look at you as a troll, they may or may not respond depending on who it is, and it's like we just gotta do better as people because that shit is weird. It's weird.
Right. What's
weird.
weird? What's weird to me, Mehdi? What's weird to me is that Baragala's missed a field goal. He's walking through the tunnel, and people saying, "You sorry as fuck," right?
Wow.
But if you just switch and put their son right there,
Mhm.
and they have a totally different approach. That's what's weird to me is that your brain does that, right? And you don't connect the two. And you can't connect the two. Somebody else's son, if it's your son, he's just a kid. He's just a kid. He'll get better. Same person.
Right.
That's the part that I be wanting to inspect and try to get to the bottom of. Like that's what I read about emotional intelligence and why. Like, how is it happening like that? And how is the person doing it can't identify that? They can't identify that. If I put my son there, I wouldn't be saying this.
Yeah, because it's an emotional connection. So unless it is unless it is something where they have some actual type of direct involvement, or it is their child, or it is them getting coaching them, then they'll never feel what it's like. So for them, it's always going to boil down to, I am first a fan. I have no emotional connection, no physical affiliation with the University of Miami outside of me being a fan. I support this team. I give my money to this team. That's about as far as an emotional support as there is. I feel like if I pay this amount of money, it should be this type of result.
Right.
Without ever realizing that money that I'm donating is to watch and spectate and support a team of people, not just athletes, not just mindless weirdos who just run around with pads on and hit each other, like actual people in them pads. And until we get a better understanding of how to like recognize that these are people first for anything. And maybe it's like for me, I gotta say it too, because a lot of times I've been dealing with some of these people in the military. I'm like, dog, you're not gonna be talking to me any type of kind of way because I'm a man first. Like you see the sergeant, you see the name on my chest, that come first for a reason. Like I'm a man first. And no disrespect, after this uniform, like if we gotta go there, we can go there. Outside this, UCMG ain't gonna save you that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come at me disrespecting me, coming to me talking to me crazy. I'm a person first. And I think if people start understanding that and stop falling into that trap of understanding, like, oh, this is an athlete, we pay Mario all this, is like, man, who feel worse about losing a game than Mario, who played at the school and was there when they were actually legendary good, like.
Right.
And he come back here to alma mater to watch it be something that like nobody in this chat on this planet probably feel worse than him as the head man of that job.
Yeah, I said it.
But
Remember I said
I don't know.
right?
Yeah, I know. That's where I'm taking cues from.
Right, and first thing people go to is money. Yeah, I mean, broke people think money solves every goddamn thing. It just gives you freedom. You should be able to go to goddamn. Let you go to Bali when you want to. It don't solve all the answers. Some things can't be solved with money. But that's the first thing they say. He got $8 million. But nobody feel worse than him, dog. I remember when I had my two daughters at the same time. I had two women pregnant, right? We're gonna get real deep here.
God damn.
And 2 women pregnant. 2 months apart. I'm trying my best, but I was
that boy's outside.
Now you say or I mean you talking about somebody else.
Me. I had 2 women pregnant. Both of my baby mamas. It was 2 months. It was 2 months apart, and I knew it. My first girlfriend, she didn't know that the side chick, that CEO was pregnant, but I knew it already, right? So I was already depressed. I was depressed already for the whole 9 months. When she found out, you know what I'm saying, the drama started all over again, but it was new to her. It wasn't new to me. I had already went, you know what I'm saying? I had already went through my emotions. And And she just thought, you so nonchalant about it. Oh, no, bitch, I ain't nonchalant about it. I've been struggling around here for months. But listen, my sister husband walked up to me, dog, because it was bothering me. You know what I'm saying? It really was. And he said, bro, look at this, bro. They could talk trash all they want to. They can act like they heard all they want to. He said, nobody don't feel worse than you. And that shit cured me when he said that, dog. Like when he said that, I was cured, dog. Because it was
that
true.
Boy Streeter was out here. That boy Streeter was out here living a real life Confessions album, man. That's crazy.
Man, a hot dog stand, boy.
Everything was in that lane.
Yeah, still fighting. Hot dog stand. But yeah, dog. Don't nobody feel worse than him. I don't care what y'all think. Oh, he getting paid. He getting paid to do that. What y'all mean? Y'all just... It still don't delete what I'm saying. It still don't change what I'm saying. Don't nobody feel worse than him. And don't nobody probably care about the program more than him in that building. You know what I'm saying? Money or not. So you think he going home saying, man, fuck that shit. It's just dude, we'll get him next year. We got $8 million. Where you want to go? Y'all think that's what he's saying?
Absolutely not.
Y'all know he's going straight from Hard Rock and going right back to Green Tree because he's a goddamn he's a workaholic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so when I tweeted that, I know what I was tweeting, and I knew the people was gonna come for me. Man. I feel sorry for him. Nobody actually feel sorry for him. What I said was, don't nobody feel worse than him.
Maybe his wife. I know she. This is the hell we signed up for. So we left.
Shit, no, she Gucci, man. She had the goddamn.
Woody Oregon.
Hell no, she had the damn show. She had the damn show. The store shopping like y'all. What? Oh, babe. Oh, let me call you back. Let the register. She Gucci.
Go ahead and charge that to the card. Go ahead and charge that to the platinum.
she Gucci.
Ron Powell said, Street, I hate the fans that like this, but unfortunately it's part of it. No, it's not going to change. It's not going to change. You can't change it because it's everybody would have to pick up the book and read Emotional Intelligence and 4 Agreements, and everybody got to get on the same page. And we know that's not happening. It's an emotional thing. They don't think about it. But I just started delving into it when I watched a friend of mine, Mo and Shamar Stewart, them go through that. That's when I started reading about it. And I was like, if he'd have committed to Miami, they would have brought Mo Pizza. But he didn't commit, and now they're making memes out of him saying he's a fat money bag take. I was like, whoa. A light came on. I'm like, the same. Like, if he do what they want him to do, they act totally different. But the kicker is that they can't see that. That's the kicker.
Exactly.
Now, there's probably things in my life where I still fail at it, and because it's in all of us. We get emotional. We stop thinking. The logic kind of get away. That's why they say never argue with a woman. If you record the argument, she's talking on both sides.
There's some dudes for to get in. Hello, Street. There's some cats for to get in trouble because they when you was telling your story, they were like, "Damn, my old lady looking at me crazy." My old lady came and sat down. Now you just talked about women being emotional. You finna get me.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Wait a minute. What you saying, Cal? What you saying?
Y'all put out that NSFH.
Man, you finna
NSFH.
You finna get these boys in trouble. Them probably was the same. Them probably was the same ones on the Discord getting yelled at about them lima beans.
What you saying, Cal? Explain to me what you saying. What you say? I told them a story and what? Somebody.
You told your story. They was responding in the comment section, talking about their old ladies looking at them funny, asking what they listening to.
Y'all watch the Morning Bread Show with y'all old lady? Oh man, we more famous than I thought.
No, I think they were. I think he said like they were one of them was walking by and she stopped when she heard you start telling your story. Now she done sat down next to the man.
And then what? That put you on the hot seat? Nigga, you was on the hot seat already. Run your house or you run around your house? Hold up, man. So I tell my tragic story and it get you in trouble. You run your house or you run around your house? Huh?
He trying to make sure he ain't listening to no Kevin Samuel and shit. That what that is.
Oh shit.
Who is this? Street of Samuel? You can't listen to him no more.
One of them
Yeah.
Samuel disciples.
Mm-hmm. But nah, go ahead. You was saying you was talking about not arguing with women and stuff.
I
Yeah,
was
that's
gonna.
why they say you can't argue with them because it's all emotional. So if you really can record the argument, they talk on both sides. Like they'll talk like I don't know, the same woman that goes to child support and say, "Hey, I ain't made this baby by myself. You're gonna have to give me child support." It's the same woman that say, "These my kids," and then don't let you get the baby.
Mm-hmm.
They talk both. They just there's no logic. It's just like emotional talk. Go ahead, Matty.
No, I've always kind of wanted in the back of my mind, man. What if Shamar Stewart got homesick and came back to Miami? What the fans would do? would
You
they?
know what
Would
they'll
they?
Right.
do.
And what if Mo was the one that's like, hey man, go ahead and head back to the crib, man? Would they? Just to see what would happen, because I think it would be an interesting dynamic, man. Because then people would be backpedaling,
They would say, nah,
backpedaling
they ain't gonna
like a
let
damn DB.
they not gonna give Mo the credit. They gonna say Ruiz paid Mo to come back home, but they gonna welcome Shamar.
Listen, has anybody came? I ain't seen that one person in the chat say, "Hey, but Shamar doing his thing over there, boy." Because everybody doubted him, and I tried to told y'all. Everybody doubted who he was. Everybody.
I'm trying to figure out how the comment section got on Charlie Strong turtleneck game.
What?
That's what the comment section saying. I will say that boy wear turtleneck in any degree weather.
That boy said
400
he'll take him
degrees
back
out.
like Rick Williams. I'll take him back like Rick Williams.
That boy turtleneck game on
Interestingly,
1,000.
interestingly enough, though, that ain't even what we need. Is getting Shamar back. We'll take him. Don't get me wrong. That's the
Right, we
strongest
kind,
part of
yeah,
our team. We gravy right there.
right. We kind of okay right there. I mean, Texas A&M had some trouble today, right?
And
yes, sir. Three true freshmen suspended
Jimbo and that,
indefinitely.
bruh. Jimbo and that buyout, but that's the only thing saving him right now.
I think it's a lot of things going on there that when we talked about this we talked about this preseason, we talked about this game week. Like
I told y'all, I told y'all when we was over there focused and Mario could do everything like you do anything, and we was fired up at Texas A&M about to play that game. I went to their side. The motherfucker was rolling dice in the end zone. They was talking to the fans. I was like, come on, walk out to the fans and shit. Got annihilated, man. Get annihilated, man. I was like, damn, you motherfucker loose as hell. They weren't focused at all. And it was 6, it was 0. It was the same people who went out there and killed us.
Yep.
So here's an interesting question for everybody. Would y'all say that Jimbo is too focused on being a friend or being a disciplinarian?
We don't. I mean, I don't know.
think Jimbo
I'm not.
is
You
out
know
for
what I'm saying?
Jimbo.
I can't. I think so too. But I can't. I'm not there. You know what I'm saying, man? Like I don't get to see the news and see what type of guy he is. I think he probably just like Rich saying he out for Jimbo, so he probably don't pay as much attention as he should, maybe, or give a fuck enough to like tighten the crack the whip, maybe.
Right. It's almost like Go ahead. What you was gonna say, Rich?
I was saying, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Rich.
Yeah. I was just about to say Jimbo is out for Jimbo. I mean, we see it in the way he abruptly left Florida State. In the state he left Florida State in, it's very, very apparent. And I would say when you're out for yourself, you can't even put him in a category of whether or not he's a disciplinarian or if he's a friend, because he's like, I'm a salesperson. I'm coming here to sell you my shit, and when you buy it and I get paid, I'm leaving. So I think that's more so his personality. And good, bad, or indifferent, it does work for some programs and it works for some people. But you have casualties of war with that type of mentality, and you're seeing that in how some of these kids that he recruited. This was a statement. Him going out there and having the #1 class and having the most 5 stars ever was a statement. It was a statement. And he wanted to show the boosters, wanted to show everybody that he knew what the hell he was doing. But I think it's that same issue that you have when you got a whole bunch of 4 stars right in your backyard and you're like, wait a minute, this dude doesn't really fit what we're trying to do. But everybody is saying that we should go recruit this guy because he's from here. He's from down here. I think he's the type of guy who will fall for that Kool-Aid every single time. His claim to fame and the thing that saves him though is the fact that he's built up a reputation of being a high-profile coach. He's proved it with recruiting guys who could really make things happen on both sides of the ball. But I feel like at some point Texas A&M is going to have to pay the piper. They're gonna have to pay that $92 million.
So
but do they rich? No, do they rich though? I get what you're saying, but if you think about it, do they? Texas A&M ain't never won shit. So him being mediocre, being able to be, you know what I'm saying? So like, do they have to? They can probably just wait this shit out. It's Texas A&M. They getting kids because they're paying them, not because they winning.
Yeah, they're not gonna do it now. I believe they're not gonna do it now at all. They gonna do it. I would say 3 or 4 years from now, realistically, they're gonna look at it and be like, we need to renegotiate this or we need to figure something out. But they're not gonna do it now. Like you said, they haven't really won anything or really been in the headlines for a long ass time. And y'all went over there to College Station, and he's putting them on the map, good, bad, or indifferent. He putting them on the map, and they like that.
Mm-hmm.
How much left on his deal? Someone in the chat or one of y'all know how much.
They said whatchamacallit said like is it 50 million or 90 million? It was one of them crazy ass numbers.
I'm talking about,
for his buyout.
time. How much time left?
Oh, time.
Probably like 7 years or something like that. But I'm not checking, but I'm thinking because he had a 10-year contract. Now, Chris Young just said they fired Kevin Sumlin for less.
Oh, absolutely.
He won how many? What he won at? He won how many years he got left on Jimbo contract?
I'm asking. Somebody know?
Signed an extension. Yeah, I'm asking E1. He said he just signed an extension. I think it's like 5 years. I don't know. Somebody call Mina Khan.
What did he sign an extension based off of?
Somebody call Mina Khan. What's the question?
How many years?
Jimbo deal got left?
Jimbo Fisher contract. How many years he got on it?
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
10 years fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
Fully guaranteed.
Oh shit!
That's what that means.
Shit.
I tell you, he's the sales guy. He's the Pied Piper.
See, that's what happens to teams that ain't used to winning shit. They do deals like that.
So the reason why I asked that is because once again, it's such an interesting conundrum, right? We talk about a guy in Jimbo who might be not, I don't think Mario elite, but he up there as far as, Saban tree guy. He's up there in recruiting. He got a big ass, heavy loaded deal. Year 4 of that deal, so we got another 6 years left. He got 1 military enlistment left, and he cannot get these kids to focus, but they throwing all this money around, and that's why I asked the question: which one do y'all want? A disciplinarian, a person who's really gonna discipline the team, or a guy who they friend? And I asked y'all to see which one y'all think he is, because obviously ain't no discipline up there, right? And then I asked, I said, hey, is he up there being buddy with the guys? No one really knew because they said we don't really watch him like that. But he got that big ass deal now, that we cannot that they cannot walk away from, and you may tell them they got to stay for 6 years of this. They true freshmen getting kicked off the team, like. So I thought I had to ask once again, which one do y'all want? Because that's where some people was like, oh, we should just kept Manning. We should. It's like, which one do y'all want? Do y'all want a disciplinarian who gonna get the type of right kids in there who have a particular mindset, or do you want a guy who gonna be buddy like Manning? And then they got all this stuff happening going around on campus, and guys are constantly getting suspended, getting kicked out. It was just last year. The same guy we sitting there talking about got the fumbleitis, beat up some weed man with his homeboy, and was suspended for 4 games. That's it. In some other schools, you won't see the field again, depending on who the coach is. So that's why I asked that question to kind of get y'all response in the chat, just to kind of start that dialogue, because it's an interesting dynamic.
There it is right there. I blew it up for y'all. Fisher signed a 10-year fully guaranteed contract extension on September 1st, 2021 that will pay him $95 million through 2031. If Texas A&M fires him after 2022, boosters would need to pony up a nearly $86 million. These boys get money hand over foot. Many bows.
Scroll down. That's the same thing E1 just sent me.
It is. I'm gonna make it a little
smaller. E1 just sent that.
So we can see a little more.
Good God.
Fisher's bow if he fired in the conclusion of the season. 2022, $85 million. 2023, $76 million. 2024, $67 million. Boy, he bent them over and was like, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Everybody get in line. Everybody get in line. Y'all ready? Give me Vaseline. Give me Vaseline. Y'all ready? I'm going down the line one by one.
He didn't ask them. He didn't even give them the benefit of asking if they were ready. He just did it. He just took it, and they got to deal with. He didn't ask if they was ready. Like, that's being courteous. He's like he bet the moment and said, "You're gonna take it and you're gonna like it."
Oh, and he just bent them over. He did a Peyton Manning. He just bent them boys over. Omaha. Just went for it, bro.
So I was wrong. It's not 6 years. It's a military enlistment plus a 3-year extension. Boy,
did Jameis Winston do this for him?
Yeah.
It's a simple way to look at it. Just like Joe Burrow did that for your boy, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Mm-hmm. It's a simple way to
his
look
resume shows him.
Just like Dabo.
Brady resume.
We laugh and we joke. We joke about Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston did this. Teddy Bridgewater got Charlie Strong over to Texas. He was not staying at Louisville.
Rich?
He was not staying at Louisville a day after Teddy Bridgewater left. Deshaun Watson did it for who?
For Dabo Swinney at Clemson.
Mm-hmm. No, this is like reading a comic book. The current contract extension. The current contract is an extension of a 10-year, $75 million deal agreed upon December 27, 2017. That sent shockwaves through the. It's still sending shockwaves through the market. At the time, on Alabama, Nick Saban, Clemson, Dabo Swinney were making more than $7 million per season. Now there are 12 such coaches. Fisher's deal is the largest college football in history. Fisher's deal is the largest in college football history to be fully guaranteed. Michigan State coach Mel Tucker also signed a 10-year deal, and them motherfuckers can't get out. Fight, they will have a wet paper bag. I don't know what the hell happened there. 2021 built a retention bonus at $400,000 per year, saves Michigan State nearly $4 million in the event of a buyout.
What happened with Mel Tucker is an over-reliance on the transfer portal. People don't understand that typically when you get somebody out of the transfer portal, it's usually it's like a one and done. So if you have a bunch of people on that team, which he had a myriad of transfers on that team, he flipped his entire roster basically, and they all leave. Because you got to think, a lot of them guys usually have a lesser group of 5 schools or schools that don't have that much notoriety, and they try and put something on film for the draft. So if you have that whole roster flip, and then the next season they all bail, well, it looked good that one year. And that's why some of these teams be losing to it, y'all. everybody getting upset about. Like, don't be surprised. But that's where Mario's beauty comes in, because Mario actually recruits people and develops guys. So yeah, we may next season there might be a possibility we got a whole bunch of people who in the transfer portal that become 1 year starters, right? It's the guys behind them and the supporting cast that we got to be concerned with, and that's where Mario takes the cake and makes a difference. When Mel Tucker can replace all that talent he lost last year, like a Kenneth Walker, who is right now helping the hell out of me and my fantasy team. Kenneth Walker came up there and basically he knocked out Travis Homer and DJ Dallas, and he the starting running back now. And I think he just broke a rookie record last game. He had 168 yards rushing. And he's a transfer portal guy. He came from Wake Forest. When that kind of talent leaves and you can't replace it quick enough because you didn't recruit well, because you just over-relied on the transfer portal, now you see why they're struggling in the Big Ten.
Yeah. But I think he did what he had to do. He couldn't just come in and get a class. It's fucking Michigan State. Like, I think he did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? And, well, hey, look, Medic, his pocket said he did the right thing, I guess. So, boy, these contracts is crazy. But I will say this. I guess I'll give Jimbo this. Jameson got him to where he was at. But I think his extension, it wasn't because of 8 and 4. It was him being able to beat fucking Alabama. And I think that's what's holding him now. The fact that he can give them a tough game. Yeah, I think that's what it is. You can give them a tough game, and they'll be okay. You know. It's just like Harbaugh. Like, they were, Harbaugh's a good goddamn coach. We know that, right? But they was on Harbaugh's ass because he couldn't beat Ohio State. They was ready for him to go. Fuck everything else. Couldn't beat Ohio State. They was ready for him to go. I was just like, bro, man, just kind of got there. So, different meanings for different programs. I guess that'll never be us. Like, just because you beat Florida State, bitch, we're not saving your job. We don't. That's not enough. Yeah, I don't think we gonna and that's the thing, like everybody but Medi just made a good point. It's like you can hit the transfer portal, but if you hit it as hard as whatchamacallit did, boy, what you setting yourself up for. You know what I'm saying? After everybody leaves. Yeah, for Michigan State. Right. You say you're talking about we 40 of these players gonna be gone. Yeah, you rabbit ass mind. Replacing those 40 players in the transfer report. No, man.
Hey, don't kill me in that chat.
About 20 players.
Don't kill me in that chat. I'm just saying what Manny Navarro said.
Oh, I know where it came from. It's just like, bro, come on, be serious. Manny still think we have a talent issue as to why we can't beat Duke in Middle Tennessee. So I don't really want to hear too much Manny got to say. I like Manny, to be honest with you.
A lot of them, most of them think it's talent, and the way they look at it is that we're no longer recruiting the Philip Buchanans and Sean Taylors and Andre Johnsons. That's how they look at it. We don't have them, so we can't beat Duke.
If I go out and play a bunch of 5th graders, and I say, and I leave my homeboy who's 6'8" at home, and I say, man, we have our center. That's why we lost. You're gonna be looking at me like I was retarded. Like, that's the talent disparity that you have against some of these teams when they come to Miami, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You can't. I don't need a special player to beat Middle Tennessee. I don't need a special player to beat Duke. That's not. There's no logic to that. I don't need a special player to beat FIU. You telling me I needed Dalvin Cook to keep Louisiana Tech from blanking us?
Right.
Come on,
man. They asked Mario, how do you think the class? I couldn't find the question though. How do you think the recruiting class is going to end? Because recruiting class is going to end. Do you think that some of the players will fall off because of the season that you're having? And he said the same thing I was saying. Listen, Y'all make a big deal out of that. You guys make a big deal out of wins and losses and thinking that it and thinking that it translates to recruiting. That ain't his formula, though. He calling everybody 8 times a day. That's his formula. I'm telling you, I'll be surprised if Malgoa go anywhere else. He looked delighted to be around Mario them. He looked like, you know what I'm saying? He looked cool. He looked like this is his own. This is where he want to be. I would be surprised.
That's the difference between building relationships and recruiting. And there's a clear difference. And when Mario builds a relationship, and you hear Malgoa say like, "Yeah, this man recruited me since I was in the 8th grade." I don't know if that was him or Jaden Wayne, one of the two. That's how you build a class for the future.
That was Wayne.
Yeah, I can only think back. At this point, last year, Miami was about 2-4, and yeah, that was the point where I think we got some decommits at that point. And to hear a class this solid with a 3-4 record, that tell me all I need to know about Miami.
So let me address 2 things in the chat real quick. So Don says, I don't know, we didn't have a DB that could keep up with Middle Tennessee State wide receivers. You rarely have a DB that's going to be able to keep up with receivers. Receivers are normally faster than DBs, but it's not about speed. It's not a track meet. You know what I'm saying? This is about technique, position, and scheme. And Tucci says that basically he was saying what you did in high school don't mean nothing. If you never seen any of our players, you wouldn't think there is a big difference between us and Duke. I hear that, but you got to understand something. At the end of the day, forget whether we ever seen them. Tell me where our players are going to be come draft time versus Duke. You know, take out a year like last year. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the year, where's our players when the NFL come calling versus Duke? That's kind of all you really need to know and see. You know what I'm saying? And Vic got Manny fired, proving that. So
you say he got what?
I said Vic got Manny fired, proving that. Like it's the end result. Okay, we can take high school out of it and the fact that we seen these kids, but the end results is where are they come graduation time? The Duke kids are in corporate America somewhere. The Miami kids are at somebody's training camp.
You can't take high school out of it. High school don't mean nothing. I don't know, bro. I'm trying to think of an analogy. That's like saying when you met your wife the day you met at the mall ain't mean shit. Who she is today is the only thing that matters. You got to go off something, dog. Like you got to go off something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's been the same formula. It's been the same formula. What they did in high school don't mean nothing. No, it don't mean nothing because you know what? Sometimes they get to college and it's fucking morons there coaching them. You got to kind of look at it that way too. I think there's a lot of programs failed a lot of kids. Programs fail kids all the time. Who's ever caught up in this little purge that we finna have right here? Y'all talking about transfers? The program is finna screw some kids. Well, they ain't get on. They ain't get it. All right, okay. But that's the nature of the beast. You feel me? Get transferred. I mean, but what y'all actually saying is fuck somebody kid. Fuck somebody kid. You don't get a chance to turn to Linda Hankerson. You don't get a chance. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm trying to get so 305 said if you would think don't mean nothing. If you never seen any of our players, you wouldn't think there's a big difference between us and Duke. Looking at Duke before the game was the first time that I actually felt like, oh man, we bigger than somebody. Other than me. Yeah, it always seems like we're the smaller team in the fight. Like We were bigger than Duke.
We saw it. We just
I
get
could see the lawyers
the
and
line just
insurance man.
kept getting pushed back.
And it's that's what Tucci's saying, and I get what he's saying, because you watch the game and it's just like, and people are like, people that are here, y'all know football. Tucci, you know football, but what he's saying is like, if you get a person that don't know football, they look at it, it's just like, what do you mean Miami got better kids? Because like y'all say, like the smaller kids are pushing us around. Y'all remember when we played Appalachian State and they had this like 230-pound dude in the fucking middle wreaking havoc on us? What in the fuck, man?
Virginia had one too, right? Virginia had one that was Miami didn't recruit him, right? Look at Duke, dog.
Yeah, that's the dude. He got like 4 sacks that game or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is your Duke Blue Devils.
Bro, that look like high school.
They do. They do. Look at 2-5. Just makes you want to just piss you off more and more, huh?
Shit, depression.
Yeah, dog. It was the first time that I was like, "Oh, we bigger than these dudes." Vegas had them down and out by 10. We made Vegas look like shit. Prove Vegas wrong. Look at them. That's before the game, dog. They don't look fired up. They don't look. I thought we were finna blow them
They
out,
just
dog.
there.
Yeah.
So they just there.
Yeah, y'all see what I be seeing, though. Yeah, ain't no goddamn palm breeder or nothing like that. I just go off of vibe. You know what I'm saying? They look. North Carolina was ready. They was ready to go, and that was just one of the games we look kind of. Somebody just text me, man. We finna go on a 5-0 run, bro. Shout out to Bullyville, man. Bullyville feeling good over there. Bullyville, you hitting that Hennessy and Coke early, huh?
Hey.
Got one of Carlo Rice Krispy treats over there, huh? Bullyville.
Hey, look, from your lips to God's ears, man. I'll take a 5-zip run, bro.
That boy said we finna go on a 5-0 run. That means we finna take out Clemson. I mean, we taking out Florida State. Florida State got a worse offense than us, man. We thought our offense was bad.
Y'all seen that look Coach Hayes gave me when I said we gonna whoop Florida State? Oh, Hayes, boy, you better let me win. You better let me win that one, Hayes. I'm coming for you, Hayes. We been not winning that one because I'm coming for you, bro. Coming for you. Shout out to Coach Hayes, though, man. I love Coach Hayes, bro.
These dudes was little, man.
So let me ask y'all this. Let's do this. I hope Meddy's still in here because I think he'll like this one. Let us. I'm not gonna give a record for it. I'm not gonna say we're gonna win all 5, but let me ask you how you will feel about the season. I know you don't necessarily for all y'all. I know everybody kind of like the season to watch. It is what it is. What does that do for you if we go ahead and whoop Florida State? Whoop them good, and we hang with Clemson, like Texas A&M, like us versus Clemson ends up a Texas A&M game. Does that do anything for y'all?
Yeah, I'm getting my national championship tickets. We blow out Florida State and we go in there and we fight with Clemson. We can't never fight with Clemson, boy. The boy put us over, take us to the woodshed every time. Yeah, it'll look like the program. It looked like the program on its way up. That's what it would look like.
Yeah, I wouldn't even make those predictions. It's like we got to go out there and do it on the field. And if we're not ready now, we're not ready now.
No, it's not about predictions. It's not about predictions. I'm just asking, does that give you a better feel for the program? Does it do anything?
Right. Answer the question, Rich.
Is that shit gonna stay with you?
Answer the goddamn question.
Oh, Street, you know what it is?
What?
It's that Clemson alliance inside his heart. He don't want to answer the question.
Not at all.
That's what it is. Rich say I ran down nigga here too many times to disrespect my alma mater. That's what it is.
Right.
My bad, Rich. I ain't mean to put you in that position, dog. My bad.
You going to homecoming next week or some shit?
Man, look. I mean, look, it's a time for everything. When it's our time, it's gonna be our time. Not saying it's still Clemson time. I'm just saying. When it's our time, it'll be our time.
Sterl over there
It's
hitting
damn
it.
sure still their time. But no, answer the question, Rich. It's damn sure Clemson time. But just let me get those two things to play out. Does that give you any? Does that do anything? It can be individual. It could be an individual. Maybe make you feel better about a coach, about a position group, a player, or does it just not? You don't give a damn.
I mean, what would the chat be saying? What would we be saying in the group me? You know what we'll be saying in the group me? We'll be like, yeah, we did win against Clemson, but why did the team show up for this game and they don't show up for some of the other games? So do we only show up for big games?
I don't think we'll be saying that, Rich. Put it in context.
Nah, we'll be saying they're
trending up.
I ain't
This thing supposed to be trending up, right? Put it in context.
I mean, if that happens, then yeah, we will collectively feel great about what's going on at Miami. We would. I mean, it is what it is.
I think the signal took a toll on Rich, man. Rich don't want to hear none of that shit, dog. What I told y'all in the group me the other day, morale is low. Morale is low.
Yeah. What made he? Made he gone?
Thanks. So he might be driving. Probably got it. Man, we on Gilligan's Island. We on Gilligan's Island Street, like, man. Hey, Rich said, ain't nobody coming for us, man. Fuck this shit.
I think it'll look like it's trending up. I think we'll all be like, yeah, we'll all be in good spirit, especially if they go in there and play with Clemson. Going on hot dog. Maybe Jake Garcia get on fire, dog. Maybe. I don't know what that performance was Saturday. I'm not even gonna judge him. I'm not sure what was going on there. But maybe he can spark a spark. Maybe he can spark a fire under the team, though.
I would say this: if we beat Clemson, this fan base will lose their damn mind.
I think so too.
That's what I was thinking, man.
It is over with if that happens. I was gonna answer the first question you asked. Like I'm past the point of moral victories. Quite frankly, I'm tired of them. We had 20 years of them where it's like we always got to find out one point where it's like, well, at least we fill in the blank. I'm kind of over that. I'm willing to call the baby ugly if it's ugly. I'm not gonna be like, well, yeah, he got a nice shaped head. I'm not doing that no more. Hey, baby ugly as hell. He ugly. I'm sorry. Nobody told you this. I'm gonna be the first. He's an ugly ass baby. All right. There ain't no way around it. Maybe he'll grow into his face. Right now, he's just an ugly ass baby. So I'm at the point now where I'm not saying we got to go over there and get taken to the woodshed by Clemson per se, but I want to see us be competitive. You know what I'm saying? For that unspoken, moral victory that I don't need. But at the same time, like I just want to see us not quit anymore. That's my biggest thing. Be competitive with Florida State, which, if you ask me right now, I don't think that's going to happen. But maybe something could change. One of these teams already seem to wake up. Florida State been non-bowl eligible for the last 3 years, and somehow they keep waking up for Miami. So we'll see there. But yeah, just be competitive and yeah, don't. I don't want to give our fan base anything else to start getting overly excited about, because then they're gonna jump back on that ledge. Oh, we won this? Next year we win national championship. Oh, it's like, oh shit, here we go. Like, relax. Relax, man. Temper expectations, like I said. Small steps. We beat Clemson, though, that would be the most Miami thing ever. I think, like, Miami still has that 58 game home game win record, I think. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, Clemson is definitely trying to challenge it. So it would be nice to stop that dead in its tracks. So, but at the same time, I'm just saying, I'm taking it one game at a time. It is what it is.
I personally think, like I say, I didn't ask the question for a moral victory. It was more about progress and progression, and I just think that would actually do not beating Clemson, hanging with Clemson. You don't take the moral victory with it, but you see things you understand. I think that would do wonders for the morale of everybody in that fucking locker room. Because you see what we building towards and what we can be, and the coaching staff is like, okay, I got a player here that I didn't think I had. You know what I'm saying? This boy here showed me something today, and it's that's gonna make the players like, man, shit, I'm ready to get back in this bitch and work. Like we finished the season off 5-1. You know, we finished it off 5-1 again, and had some impressive victories, and we rolled with these cats, dog. Like, you know what? I don't want this feeling no more, man. I know we can hang with these dudes, and I think that makes you think about, okay, what kind of work I need to put in. And yeah, I know people gonna be like, you should already been thinking about, but hey, man, we human. People are human. Don't work like that all the time. You know, we change your
I
culture
agree.
and all that kind of stuff. So,
I agree. I
I
think
think it
they
would be great for the players.
I just think too, like it's always one of them Dave Downer fans gonna be like, well, why we been doing this before? Where was this at during Middle Tennessee? That's why I just say that. I think that like the team absolutely needs that. You absolutely right, Kyle. The team does need that because it's a mindset changer. It's a mindset shifter. Like I continue to talk about those type of victories wakes teams up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what maybe it was TVD last year that did it for these guys with Manny. And him coming in and him kind of we always talk about that. X always talks about the North Carolina State game. But if you go in there and are competitive, if not worse, beat a Clemson, that's a mindset change. That means that's where you get your buy-in from, and that's where you start seeing guys saying, "Man, maybe I will come back and play a little bit. Maybe I will, finish the rest of the season out." I think those things are huge. So, it's just I just don't want the fan base to take that and run with it, and then because they'll be on every Clemson space. Y'all boys suck. That it's like
Yeah, they will.
they'll brain dump everything that happened to this point of the season and be like, "Yeah, Clemson missed it," and I just don't. We gotta relax. Like we should on every part of this process if that happens.
Still will say, I swear, I think we beat Clemson. I got live footage.
Don't start there.
I got live footage of Stud Williams at the crib right now.
He'll be here in a minute. He went to go drop Katie's stuff off.
Okay.
What are you singing in your head?
Beyonce.
What song?
Oh, I farted.
Happens.
Well, honey? What?
Stir.
Everything good? Meatball.
Don't cry, baby.
I don't know how you watch our first game and be like, I swear to God, I think we're gonna beat Clemson. Stir, you tripping, dog. Luke just took us to the woodshed. But every game is a story.
Yeah.
We have a strep, or we may be healthy, or we may be more hurt. Shit, the way it's going, Mario might tear ACL or some shit. Let's get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all want to say something when y'all get out of here?
What's that number, Matty?
786-459-499. I had to read the screen.
Y'all trying to get in there tonight?
IOD Squad, man. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all trying to get in there tonight?
Y'all know me. Just hit me. I'll be around. Y'all let me know. Y'all ain't a part of it, man. Y'all need to get there.
Yeah, they play, man. Fumble the damn bag, man. Yeah, man. Spokes are tripping, man. They on Spokes your head right now, man. Yeah, they blew it. Kyle Lowry went back. Yeah, 1-3. Of course, everybody panicking like this ain't game 4 of an 82-game season. But that's what Miami fans do.
All right, we're gonna get up out of here. Rich sleep. Rich, you sleep? That's what I thought. Let's get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all, boy, man.
I appreciate you.
786-459-9499. Y'all want to get down with IOD Squad? And yes, we do one-on-ones. Just send us a text. And everybody who purchased the course for $99, that was like 2 weeks ago. I'm going to schedule IOD because you guys get two live classes. We're going to schedule them, and then they'll just be recorded. If you miss it, you'll get the recorded version of it. So hit me up, man, if y'all want to get down. 786-459-499. I don't think I linked it. I don't think I did. I don't think I linked it in the comment section. But the link is in the description. I'll put it in the description right now for you. And if you want to join and become a villain, hit the join button right there, or just hit the subscribe button where that 70,000 subscribers. Hit that, and it'll take you to the main page, and you become a villain. You get access to the group me and all the privy to all the information that we have and that we get first. And we just keep in our little group and don't tell anybody. But listen, man, don't put off tomorrow. Something you can do today. The rest of your life could be seconds away. I'm D, and I'm out of here.